when we last left off, our intrepid heroes came back from Minotha victorious. We did it, guys. We actually did the prescribed number of encounters for a D&D day in a D&D day, and it took 5 sessions.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wizards.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I approve of that.
Yeah, that.
I mean, I suppose that's how 4E worked, I guess. But their encounters were also, they had the skill check encounters, where it's like, yeah, sure, you can put monsters in this room or a puzzle. Cool.
And
that's a dungeon building right there.
Don't forget, they also had a much fucking faster recuperation period.
Well, yeah,
you had like after every encounter, you just zip back up to full all your resources, good to go.
Yeah, everything your dailies. I genuinely did like the way they built, like, here is how deadly a dungeon is. It gives you a set amount of points. You spread it out by the number of encounters you want to have, and then the density of those points is still spread out. So it's like, this could be an incredibly deadly encounter, because it's just one encounter in this whole fucking dungeon, which means all the points are in it.
Yeah.
The system they have.
Yeah. Also, their abilities for like at will, per combat, and
at will encounter, daily, and utility.
Yeah.
What else was that? I'm trying to think. There's another fucking thing they had. Oh yeah, they had taunt mechanics.
Yeah, you could actually tank as a tank.
Yeah, you could actually tank as a tank. Like, they had dungeon mechanics. I do really like a lot of 4E. I think it was a bad role-playing game, but a fantastic dungeon crawler, and I still stand by it.
It's almost like it was a great MMORPG, which is what it was made to be. Anyway, so you came back from Minotha and did some stuff at the Archsage's Tower, namely some downtime. You have gotten like 5 days into the level up action. And Cleona suggested that you guys should go meet Duke Lucien to sell him all this book loot you have acquired, because it's not really going to do you guys a whole lot of good. Lack of wizards that you have.
See, there's 2 books that I would like to temporarily keep a hold on.
Which ones?
The ones from Lyris.
That makes sense.
The ones that are done by Lord Archelon.
Yeah, Rangasong Isle / Lyris, where Mace is from.
Yeah.
That's supposed to have like a spirit in it, but she's fucking asleep, pissed off, probably screaming at me.
Oh my god! Hang on a minute. I have to. Hang on.
God damn it! You pop another bone, Kina.
As soon as we start talking about someone yelling at Hedrah, he's just like, "Oh god, it's so hard."
Nah, he read Elven Nobility when looking over the books, and that's fair because elf princesses.
It's pretty top stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I actually have an elven princess in my fucking maze.
You do? Well, you have a dragon / elf princess, sort of.
Like, okay, dragon descendant elf princess. Half dragon, half elf princess.
I mean, it's all I want in a woman.
Yes! Why do you think I'm like, this is so fucking Nahia? All this
Unfortunately, she's a weapon.
Yep. Dragon Song should have been a shield.
No, she's a person. Thank you very much.
Look, she's a person that sexually identifies as a flanged mace, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How do we know? She hasn't been said anything.
I know. When I helped enchant her, I got to covet those lewd flanges.
Yeah, she has her tags and her little bio on her flanges.
Of course, yeah, flanges are tagged. Dragon Song also has an OnlyFans account, to be fair.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go slap my dog.
Hope you didn't break your fingers.
Barking like a lunatic for no reason.
Ow!
Slap your bitch.
Slap my bitch out.
Oh, I swear.
She her mace sexual. Yeah, there you have it. That's.
Anyway,
Yeah.
when we left off, however, it was with Nahia and Cleona at the top of the tower. Leona has decided to go down to the ground floor to drink heavily because awkward, which presents Cleona an excellent opportunity to drop a bit of a bombshell on you, Nahia, as the shots, I believe, just left. And Cleona has given you a kiss on the lips and, taking your hands, says, Nahia, I have some news. Good news, I hope. If you would like to sit down.
Sure, happy to do so. Probably perched on the bed. I'd still imagine there just is not much furniture I fit in.
Yeah, no, it's the bed or nothing, but it's a sturdy bed, thankfully. She'll take a seat next to you, put a hand on yours, and says, So the fun we've been having, you and I, it has borne out an unexpected, but in my case, not unwelcome consequence. I have just this morning come to the realization that, well, I am, will awkwardly fidget and smile. I believe I'm pregnant, Nahia.
Oh, that.
Yet indeed.
Alright, do I blue screen? I do not. In another world, Nahia would have blue screened. But this Nahia just... well, that's... Goodness, it's surprising more than anything. That's incredible news.
Yes, surprising indeed. I thought I was a bit beyond my childbearing years, but it seems a Mithrin's seed is stronger than most.
Doesn't hurt that I produced twice as much of it, but how do you know so soon?
Well, I thought, knowing that you were going to be leaving the town, I ought to check myself before I let you go off. And sure enough...
Damn, that is a lot to very suddenly take in.
Yes, it's a bit awkward, distant homes from one another.
Indeed.
And my daughter being your friend, I've no doubt I will be keeping this from her until you're well out of the city, lest you be fireballed a few times.
I mean, to be fair, I suppose I could deserve a few fireballs.
No, you deserve love and kisses.
Oh, goodness.
But I would just like to ask, I remember you have a fiancé, yes?
This is true.
I hope this won't put a wedge between you and your other lover.
I hope it doesn't either. Goodness knows she is a smart and very, very patient woman. This is not entirely expected, that is for sure. I suspect I will have to do a lot of apologizing, but I should make it very clear I do love her more than anyone in the world.
I understand. I'm not at all trying to ask you to leave her for me or anything. I just thought you should know before you left. Don't want to be a bother to you. yours.
No. Children are a blessing. Never bother.
Well, that's good. Then perhaps in future, if it's, as you say, not too much of a bother, you could find your way to make your way back here to Anders Bay once in a while.
Of course, of course. I refuse to be one of those adventurers who makes a child and then disappears off to other continents. I always plan to be at least always a boat trip away, even when I am retired from, well, going from danger to danger, such as it is.
Good. That's good. I have experience raising one without much of a father, and would prefer to have at least someone to rely on in the coming years. And given your immortal stature, perhaps as I age, you'll be able to pick up where I leave off.
No, please, you're still very young.
Not as young as I look. As I said, I think it's a Mithrin miracle that I'm still able to have children.
This is fine. I would not want you to worry or stress. And I will do what I can to be here for child. I'm still mostly surprised, goodness. But indeed, such events are often Mithrin's doing, and I am not one to challenge my lady.
Yes,
Well,
well,
I've certainly blasphemed a little bit here or there, but, you know.
so yeah, she will smile and give your big old hand a squeeze and say, well, that's all I really had to say. I'm still processing this myself, but I do hope you can come back sooner rather than later, Nahia. It has been more than a pleasure to have made you and your friends' acquaintance.
Indeed, I will most certainly have to. I say I will do everything I can to be responsible, and should you ever struggle, then you need but only say the word or send a dream.
Well, I'm not sure you'll need to worry about my corporeal means, Duke's pet witch and all, but I might struggle as a parent, so indeed I will lean on you if you so offer.
Of course. And I suspect Leona herself will always be happy to help. I'm sure she'll be surprised when the Salamander comes out of you, but at the same time, well, children win over everyone eventually.
Well,
I'm sure she would really love to be a big sister.
We'll see what comes out of me. I don't know what happens when a salamander and a catfolk have a child together.
Little fuzzy salamanders.
Meowmander.
Indeed. Salamander. Nod sagely.
Somewhere in the distance, Szooth just, like, seizes up all of a sudden.
This guy's down.
Yeah, I think, unless you have anything to add to that, that's probably scene there. Cue Leona downstairs just chugging vodka and she doesn't know why.
I do think I should probably tell. Well, we should probably tell her while I'm still around, regardless of her being angry at me. I think she would be a lot angrier without having the chance to vent about it.
I have a question though for you. If you think about a salamander like that, would that be like Teostra or Lunastra?
I mean, Teostra, obviously. The red.
Oh.
So, indeed, if you so desire, you can go downstairs to where the rest of the party is palling around in the tower. Leona amongst them.
I'm trying to convince Leona to come to Lyris with us so that she can examine some.
To Lyris? Sure, I guess I could come, if you want. Never really heard much about ruins there, though.
Well, we have found we found an old map that very clearly shows that there is something on that from the time of the elves and the humans.
Wow.
There was a whole country there on that island.
Do you have a way to actually get there, though?
Boat?
Well, it's just
we have a boat.
The weather around there is pretty much perpetually terrible. That's why no one's settled it ever. It's like one constant storm. People just mostly avoid it.
Well, it just holds up them as well. Dragonsong is from there, and supposedly have somebody in there. So, and she's been, I think it's a she, and she's gave me dreams about the island and other things. So,
I'm not disbelieving that part. I'm just like, unless the mace can cut through a storm, you might just crash. Is the problem?
There is some way. Actually, we have two options for that. I am currently studying some magic, and I think I can figure out how to take hold of the wind. It's not as long as it's not water. Oh, I could never control the water. Cursed water. But wind, I think I could manage. Also, we found this scroll on our latest excursion, and it's very interesting. But it would only be good for one way.
Well, if you can figure out a way through the storms, then sure, I'll come along. No problem. Are we leaving, like, now-ish, or...?
Well, if the storms are there, would be that. Perhaps in a day or two. Let me finish my study.
well, it just looks at flips the mace over, looks at a imaginative sundial. Aren't you supposed to be at, like, the dudes in, a little while?
Sorry?
Hashat, aren't you supposed to be at the Dukes in, like, a little while?
Yes.
Castle leaning. I thought we were all going.
Well, we're all going, but...
So it's not you, it's we. We should be at the Dukes in, about as long as it takes to walk there, plus or minus 10 minutes.
Well, don't worry, Cass, you do know that it goes much faster. Everything goes much faster when I walk with you.
That doesn't work in town.
Really? Wanna test that theory?
Sure, I'm right. I know way more about magic than you do.
Yeah.
Castle
But do you know about... Yeah, but do you know about... magical elves?
Yes.
Ooh, that's cool.
It is cool. I know lots of stuff now. You should borrow this circlet over the winter. That way you can plan your big rampage of revenge.
What, you don't think I'm good enough to be able to do without it?
Hang on. Is that... Wait, that circlet, is that an intelligence circlet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine Ursula going from, what is your intelligence, like 8? Or is it 9?
8.
Can you imagine her going from 8 to 19?
More than doubling your IQ, yes.
Good lord,
Yeah.
what would that... Like, how would that even... Oh my god.
She'd explode like in Scanners.
Her brain would just, like, squish in and become and wrinkle. It's like a chicken breast right now.
Ursula answered, what's his name? Cass with... From that statement with, oh, so you think I can't do it on my own?
No, I think you could do a better job if you were, I don't know, 150% smarter.
Well, I could have done a lot of things if I was 150% smarter.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying over winter you should borrow the circlet, because I don't have anything I'm doing with it.
Oh, just walk away.
Wow.
She knows that much knowledge is dangerous. Remember, the wrinklier a brain gets, the sadder you get.
No, she just walked away because just kept being repeated. It's like, yeah, you're stupid, you're stupid, you're stupid. Like, you haven't heard that. And
but bye, Ursula. Let me know if you want to borrow the thing, though, later. Okay, bye.
I think she may have misunderstood you.
To be fair, I feel like this is fair play considering all the times Ursula just like brazenly out loud insulted the fuck out of someone on a deep level and then also repeated herself over and over again as though they did not understand her and they just keeps repeating an insult. It's really strange how that has actually happened many, many times. It's weird. Maybe she should be a Huffy Bear for once in a while.
Cass will just rub his chin. She's the one who always says that she's dumb, though. Who's trying to help? Anyway, hi Nahia. You ready to go?
Sure.
Great, let me get my stuff.
What am I helping with?
We're going to the Duke's, remember?
Oh, right, yes. 1 second first. I'm gonna go down into the tavern and order a very stiff drink and just knock back several shots.
Your mercantile expertise would probably be a good idea for what I have. I would like your assistance.
I'm just gonna need a few moments.
So, an expedition to Manotha. Oh, right. I'm gonna actually ask: is Mary going to do another one of her roundabout merchanting things that she wants to do? Is she gonna do that again?
If someone gives me another 100 gold. She will turn out her, like, 17 gold pockets.
Because I'm looking for someone to do me a favor. And that is make sure my family has enough stuff, is not suffering right now. Because I haven't been able to see them in a while.
What do you mean has enough stuff?
I just need to... Look, I just have this itch, okay? I need to make sure they're okay. I need to make sure they have enough money and food and things. I need to make sure my wives are okay. I didn't get a chance to check on them before we came.
And your kids.
I managed to see them off. And they should still be fine in Dethick Dale. They are being taken care of, I know that.
But sure, I can't get all the way to Avar all by myself, though. My wings aren't that strong.
What if I could teleport you there?
That's made up. You can't do that.
I could send you there in like 2 days. Immediately, right away. Yes, I could. Well, I'd have to actually be on Lyris first. I can't do it on the water.
What?
Water is the worst thing in the world.
But you drink it to live.
That doesn't mean I have to like it.
You know, Uncle Gaius says people are like
water,
98% water, actually.
Water interferes with my power.
But you're mostly water.
I don't think that's true.
It is. Uncle Gaius told me.
Have you not seen how built Hashat is? There's a drop of water in that stone.
Uncle Gaius knows everything. He said so.
It's just something I know, okay?
Well, you also know a lot of stuff, so maybe you're an exception. I don't know.
I just know that it won't work if I'm over the water.
Okay, well, whatever. Wait, does that mean I get to go on a boat with you guys?
You could come on the ship with us, yes?
Adventure!
Adventure. I could also send Sirhan and Captain with you.
Sure, they're cool. Don't tell Mom, but Captain Torn gave me a whole rum.
Okay, I won't tell her.
It was the funnest.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Slap senses boiling over.
Yeah, I was thinking she wouldn't go to the tavern. She'd definitely end up going to the Widow Bloom to drink way too much instead before heading down. She's got to surround herself with mature MILFs just to make sure that she is prepared for what she's done.
You are just swaddled in emotional comfort.
Yes. She is the one who has made happy little accidents today.
Oops.
Yeah. How much does it run me buying like every mum in the Widow Bloom a decent drink?
A couple gold. Yes, they will all just fawn all over
with
you.
Cash.
Yeah, I got to spend some of my money. Alright, I will spend 4 gold and also walk away with a couple of bottles of vodka for myself.
Let's see if I can find what it was.
I return, liquored up successfully.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, sweetie. You're coming with us to see the Duke?
I'm going with you guys on a boat, too.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to go adventuring.
You're not going adventuring.
What?
I need someone trustworthy to do me a favor and go back to.
Not even one little adventure? Like, just a half adventure. Come on.
I see. You want to reach Lyris and then teleport, Marie?
Yes. With some money of mine to make sure to pass along to my wives and to bring them with, and to use to bring them food and things. Just make sure they're okay.
I hope you're paying Marie a courier's fee then if you are having her carry all of this stuff.
Of course. I'm also going to send the captain and Sirhan with her.
I imagine Sirhan will be relieved for a chance to spend some time with his daughter. I'll make sure to have the address of his home recorded for us so that we can meet him when we return.
Oh yeah, he could go back to his go back to his daughter then, I suppose, and we can just meet up with him.
Need to be a lot closer to her if we give him a jump start to the port, indeed.
That's true.
Well, Mary, I suppose we can come along in the boat then, and at least spend some time around on the city before we part ways temporarily.
How much a horse?
Pardon, sorry?
Hashat's not for sale.
No, that's a Minotaur. That's a moo.
Hashat is obviously a moo horse. She's a combination, a gloriously huge combination of moo and horse.
I still have my pretty horse tail, thank you very much.
It's a morse.
Indeed. Or a horse.
No, Unless Sirhan has enough money to buy his own horse and...
Sirhan is fucking rich as fuck.
Okay.
Is he?
Yes. Sirhan has multiple occasions told us that he is quite comfortable bankrolling all of his escapades.
According to Sirhan, he has as much cash as whatever local criminal organizations have.
Well, I would also like to point out that he made a sizable donation to a church like a couple of weeks ago.
I will give Sirhan some actual money as well.
Yeah, if he needs, like, horse cash, then sure. I mean, I'm happy to split for that to do the guy a favor.
That's weird. Where are my bags full of... Oh, no, there they are.
So,
I was trying to pop Murray up on my shoulders so she can hold onto my horns.
Yay! So as you guys are having this conversation, you guys are probably approaching the gates of the castle. This big stone fortress on the edge of the city, overlooking everything behind its massive walls. A bunch of knights occult are standing guard outside it. But they see Cass and snap crisp salutes, and you guys march on through. Yeah, I feel important and stuff now. It's great. Yeah, it's been forever since I saw Lucy.
I imagine you'd feel even more important if you still had SIS spooks following you.
Who says I don't?
Well,
I have a feeling they're still there. We just haven't noticed them yet.
Yes. I wonder if they do follow us as far out of cities. I imagine there is often a spook watching when we're in, townships and stuff.
Leona will give you guys a little smirk and add, while we're in the town, I usually do have a bodyguard following me, yes? Just to be sure.
Of course, of course. A shame, I suppose this means no sneaking off to Pergolith for a little bit of holiday fooding and drinking and stuff.
I would totally be okay with bringing us all the way over there once I get a chance to see my family.
Indeed.
But only...
We should definitely do Christmas in Pergolith, where it is warmer.
Wouldn't it be warmer? Wouldn't it be warmer down here?
Every building in Pergolith is heated, is more the reality.
Oh.
Indeed. Heated pipes, good plumbing.
It's actually colder here because we literally have the ocean and mountains behind us. Over there's a lot of land in between and forests, so the winds actually break up. It doesn't blow as much.
I guess you can see both ways. I think the two balance each other out as far as distance is concerned, so they'd be equally cold. But Pergolith.
No, they have the desert to the south of them. Remember?
Cass will shake his head and say, "It's a straight shot from the coast all the way to Pergolith."
Yeah,
it's just a ways.
Yeah, it's all rolling farmland.
But still, all of those heated buildings. Could you imagine if we could go to ourselves to a lovely little resort hotel, hot baths every day, lots of drinking and food?
I mean, you guys could just stay at the palace.
Okay, I guess we could, but, well, I'd feel bad.
I guess we could stay at a palace. Oh, it puts me out so much.
Okay, maybe we stay at a palace. I don't know, I would like to take Nahia along, and...
It's a palace. They can fit, a bunch of people. It's fine.
I know, but I don't want to be responsible for breaking furniture in the palace. I'm a big woman.
I think we have, one Minotaur-sized bed. We could timeshare
it. I do not want to use post-sticky bed, thank you.
That's what we have maids for. God.
I feel really bad for the maids who have to, clock in and clock out for flipping those sheets.
Yeah, that actually takes quite a while.
It's a full-time job, my friend.
No, I know actually how long it takes to get those things out. It takes actually quite a while.
I'm sorry?
The
For what? What did you do this time?
Hashat is responsible for keeping many maids in business. Just, they have to wear gloves.
Why would they have to wear gloves?
Because they'd be up their wrists in spooge.
I suppose, yes.
Unless you married all the maids.
Please don't.
Let's try and see the royalty of Pergolith figure out how the shit that happened.
No, I should.
I like that was an actual consideration for you for a moment.
You know, on second thought, the romance couple should definitely get hotel rooms.
It's like Cassidy. I wonder, are there any there that would be, members of royalty who would be interested in a slice of a shot? She's a big, desirable woman.
In Pergolith?
Nah. She could secure herself some more, friendly working relations with members of nobility and royalty.
Well, let me
no.
stop that thinking. Let me just stop you there.
It's fun thinking, just not serious thinking.
No. Yeah, but then there's a big problem. He just makes motion. It's about this thick.
You're right, the walls would never be thick enough for her.
Yeah, but her dick is thick enough.
I am unfortunately narrowing my availability by accident.
There's also not royalty in Pergolith, so moot point anyway.
Which important people are in Pergolith? I imagine
my family?
Well, of course. Are there any, I can't remember. Do your family have any merchant prince attaché?
We have a Coven Stone.
Yes. What's the other one?
So in town the big families are the Coven Stones, the Lion Fangs, and the Callistons.
That was it. I couldn't think of the word Calliston for some reason.
Yeah.
That's his name. That's Cassidy's name.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi. No, indeed. I've always known you as Cassidy. I've never called you, like, Mr. Calliston.
I think you mean Your Grace, Cassidy Calliston.
My adorable kitty friend, Cassidy Calliston.
There we go.
Our pinch rubbing.
But yeah, the closest thing to royalty in Pergolith would be me, Lindsay, assuming she's still alive, I hope. And then there's Cousin Franz and his sister, but I don't think you're either their type, Hashat.
Hashat, could you imagine it, though? There is a Cassidy sibling out there. You could have, like, Cassidy and then Cassidy but kids on one on each leg.
I don't like where this conversation's going.
I kind of do.
It's like two Cassidy. The only thing better than a Cassidy is extra Cassidy.
Would it be... Wait, is it a Cassidy or a Cassandra?
Her name is Lindsay.
It is Lindsay. Elf Cassidy. There, I suppose that is to be topping off Hashat's list.
I'll invest in a costume for next Witch Night Eve.
Oh my god, Cassidy dressed in an elf? A little elf costume.
Ooh.
That would be kind of adorable. Wait, isn't an elf costume just less clothing and a stretcher butthole?
I mean, they have fashion in Galavos.
I know I've seen it, but it's also not very covering.
Oh, now that's a place I'd like to visit.
Oh yeah, I should take you guys sometime. You guys would love the Queen. She's great.
Or maybe I shouldn't. You'd probably lose me there. You'd never see me again.
No, that's fine. I'll stay there with you forever. Like I said, they're great. Siggy will snort something about elves being a bunch of stuck-ups.
I did hear that the Gale of Us has the most wonderful hot springs.
It's like a hot spring, but enormous, and everyone's in there all the time.
I'm so still okay with this.
Yeah, it's great, because it's like 100 naked elves at all times.
100 naked elves, you say?
Yeah.
Please tell me more.
No, don't tell her more. It's going to be really weird talking to Duke Lucien while you're pitching a tent.
Well, you see, and as this is happening, a maid will approach and say, the Duke will see you now. Please, this way.
Sweetie.
It's not so much a tent as a circus.
Help, she's got full gazebo. We're having a host of dinner parties under there now.
Allow me a moment to just compose myself.
Of course.
Oh, there's a fast way. Pulse out your mace. Press it against.
Oh, cold flanges.
Oh,
I don't think the spirit in there would appreciate anything we're about to do.
That's and also, those flanges are sharp. The last thing you want to do is put cold, sharp things next to penis.
But it has a handle. The rest of it, the flange is at the top, remember?
Are you sure you want me to...
You don't want a sticky mace. Come on. Be cool. The time I have spent with the Dragon Song is limited at most, but I also know that she is probably not one to get covered in.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in much worse places.
That's true.
Because
Instead, everyone's just going to be asking
me
why Cassidy's feet aren't touching the ground.
It's on a snowball seed.
Indeed. I will gently allow Marie down from my shoulders so she doesn't get, like, beamed by a fucking doorway.
Yeah, everyone has to get down, and Hashat, you're going to have to do a little bit of a crab walk to get down there, because they are leading you through the foyer, down a side hall, and then down a set of stairs.
I actually have something for this.
Oh?
You do?
Yeah. These things are actually very expensive, but they're actually quite useful for you.
What is it?
This gives you a potion. It shrinks you for a few hours.
This is gonna make me smaller?
Yeah, like old Hashat size.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a potion of diminutive. An expensive piece of shit, but...
How expensive?
50G.
That's fairly expensive.
Yeah, potion of diminution.
You should probably hang on to that for an actual emergency use of that potion. I know that we're a little bit more flush, but it still feels very bad to, spend 50 gold on a hallway's sake.
Yeah, I feel like this is more of an emergency option. Like, in case I can't...
But I didn't say to drink it now, but I said I have a solution to your big problem.
Well, thank you very much.
Just a thumbs up.
Put this in work chat for Savin.
So, you guys are led down the stairs. Hashat and Nahia both bonk their horns more than once before arriving through a narrow door into a large chamber with a checkered floor that is dominated by the sound of piano playing, a chaotic cacophony of freestyle that, it quickly becomes apparent, is coming from the Duke.
Oh, hey, it's Rowan. As
you guys come in, there's an abrupt, sour note on the piano, and Everyone will turn around. Hey, guys! The Duke will stop him. And Cass will run to the forefront. They hug. A familiar embrace that ends with a couple of little cattails momentarily entwined. For Lucien will pick Cassidy up, spin him around, and say, "Ah, Cass, it's been far too long. Far too long. And these are the heroes you and Leona have both mentioned. It's good to meet all of you. My name is Lucien, Duke of Anderland, but you may just call me Lucien. Please, seat yourselves wherever. I didn't realize one of you was so large, though. I would have had proper seating brought down.
It's all right.
Captain, could you, he gestures, and a knight occult with a large headdress will nod and take a couple of the maids to go find something for Hashat to sit in.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to impose.
No, please. My understanding is that without your help, my dear Cleona would be in dire straits indeed. So, come in, sit wherever.
You have a beautiful home. I apologize if my horns end up chipping anything.
It's all just as well. Stone's easy enough to repair with a little magic.
This is true. Yeah. Step on in and... Let's see here. I feel like it's only right when entering such a lovely establishment to come with a gift. A delightful bottle of wine from Dethick Dale, one of their older ones.
Oh, please. It should be the Duke offering up gifts, but, well, a little wine never hurt, and he'll snap a finger and the maid will run to get a tray of glasses.
I'll present the bottle. Damn, down to one of those left, but, I feel like that's very much worth it.
And indeed, the maid will come back and begin passing out beautiful glasses for you each. And by now, Nahia, you notice that Morgan has just faded off into the shadows.
That is fine. I do not want her to be forced to socialize. She is not feeling it.
So, to what do I owe the honor of your presences?
Business.
Business. Excellent. I like business. What kind of business? Cassidy, you should have written ahead and told me what we were doing.
Well, three pieces of business. First, I know you are a connoisseur of the magical arts, from what I've heard, and so we uncovered a spell book that you might be interested in.
Oh? Alright. I admit I am what you might call a sorcerer, but I have more than a few wizards in my employ. Sure I can find use for any and all spell bookery.
I also hear a certain Duke is looking to create a magic academy.
Ah, yes, that is true indeed. Admit I've grown a bit jealous of my cousins the Calistans, having themselves the world's second most prestigious magic academy. It's time that Anderland, one of the few places in the country that is truly welcoming to magekind, be able to actually educate them here on our soil.
Well, I might just be able to help you with that. But first, this book. And I do believe we already did the selling of the book last time when we did all of our selling in bulk.
Yeah. He will indeed pay you for that. He'll have one of his knights come and take it and put it in the vault. And by this time, the captain of the guard will return with a Hashat-sized chair
Oh, where did you find something
up.
like that?
Well, you may not know this, but we have a settlement of Minotaurs just north of the city. I do some business with the chieftain there.
Oh. Well, I'll sit down then.
Yeah.
That is convenient, mentioning them. I was looking to do something involving them myself. I have a soft spot for the plight of my people not having any actual, real, true hope. And second thing I wanted to do was see if I could officiate the land that they are on.
What do you mean officiate?
Get the deed for the land that they are on, so that they can call it their own, more or less.
They can call it their own. That village is there legally.
Oh, it is?
Of course, we tax it and everything. The elder of the village has his peculiarities with regards to political theory, but as long as they keep that to themselves, I've got no problem taking my fair share of their labors.
Oh, well, all right. Knowing them, I had assumed that I had encountered them, and I had sort of just, I guess that they had just decided to just be there. And I tried talking to them about finding a place for themselves, and they're like, well, no one was using this land, and so we just decided to just sit here.
That is how they came to be here, but, my dear Hashat, there are two responses to a group of peoples deciding to settle themselves on your land. You either tax them or drive them out. Accept no substitutes.
Well, I'm very glad that you are the more benevolent of the two.
Well, they gave me no reason to drive them out, other than rambling on and on about their mystical sage hoodoo. Yes, well, when this Conrad of theirs invents a spell of his own, they can come talk to me about him. Until then, not particularly interested in the intricacies of pumpkin crop sharing.
Well, I think you'll be a bit more interested in that kind of in that location. And see, there's a reason they settled there. That underground, there is something of very special value. And I wanted to work out something with you about it in regards.
All right.
You are trying to create a mage academy, and I mentioned I could help you with that. See, there, under that village, there are some ruins of of the ancient Minotaur civilization.
Yes, I'm aware.
Well, that location is full of ghosts, and we've been there recently, and we need to discover that there is an archive.
You actually made it into the ruins of Dalmanutha. That's interesting.
Yes. We were there for some time.
My sister mentioned you were capable, but that is an extraordinary feat. I've sent a few paladins there once in a while to scout it out, but they could never find a reliable way in that wasn't too heavily defended. Something about a great spider here, or a tribe of ogres there. Really nasty stuff. Yeah. It's like that place attracts all sorts of deathly creatures. And yet you found a way in. Remarkable.
Not without difficulty. There were giant spiders and a host of other things down there.
Through the bathhouse entrance, then. Suppose that explains why you were dallying with the Minotaurs.
It just appears to be the only real entrance into that ruin.
Well, certainly the best if you can get access to it. I imagine there's all sorts of entrances to the city through their old sewers, but alas, as I said, too many monsters. Makes it nigh impossible to make any headway.
Mm-hmm. me and mine have discovered that there might be a way to solve the problem of the spirit of the curse on that look on.
You're fidgeting again, Kina.
Thump, thump, thump.
I'm sorry. I have to.
It's thumping and playing with paper.
Yeah.
Put your hands in your lap and squeeze your legs.
Okay. I need like a stress ball or something.
You do.
I totally do. I gotta get you one of those.
No, you need to get you a fidget
cubes.
spinner.
No, not a fidget spinner,
Right.
especially since those make noise.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, lame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be listening to click over and over again.
Lame.
Yeah, get a soft squeeze ball. It also helps with your grip training.
Yes, nice firm grip.
Or invite
Choke
Doggo
me.
down there and just pet him for like 4 hours straight.
Yeah, but the dog doesn't shut the fuck up, so...
No, he's a good boy. How dare.
I'm not sure if he'd sit still long enough.
Anyway, carry on.
We might have a way to remove all of the ghosts and thus the source of any difficulty. And I was wondering if you would like to be part of, I don't know, helping to fund an expedition down there into the ruins and, more importantly, into the archives, which contain a vast collection of magical tomes.
Well, I would certainly be interested in a vast collection of magical tomes, but... Well, if you can actually dispatch all the ghosts, sure. Being able to plumb the depths of ancient Minotha and recover all of its artifacts would be a great boon. What would you get out of it, though?
Well, while I would be alright with you acquiring the archive of magical knowledge down there, I have a goal in mind for some of it. I'm trying to build a new place for my people to inhabit, a place that they can call their own. Something we have not had in ever since Minotha died.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is a Minotaur settlement in the Duchy of Pergolith. A farming community quite large, near... Oh, what is that place? Shatterpike? Yes. I'm curious why you feel the need to create some sort of Minotauric ethno-state. They have settlements here and there. They're not oppressed anywhere.
Because I feel like it's more important to... It's important for... Maybe it's just me, but all you ever see of my people is a little farming community here or some mercenaries there. But nothing anything greater than that. I myself came from a little fishing village to the north. But ever since the fall, we never had anything more than that. And I know the elves have befell something similar, but I mean, they seem to have picked themselves back up and are making something more of themselves now. I thought that why haven't we done? What are we waiting for? And I thought maybe we're just waiting for someone to actually try. And so I'm going to try.
Not to dash your hopes, but are you sure your people haven't just found something else that makes them happy? Those pumpkin farmers up north are rather enamored of their lifestyle, and my understanding is that it's much the same in the settlement near Pergolith. Happy farmers with no real ambition or worries. As let me tell you, I don't know what your experience in leadership is, Hashat, but it is not without its dangers ruling your own land. Even in a state of peace as Anderlin is, we suffer fairly constant raids from Amazon pirates, and there's a lingering threat of Imperial invasion. He'll cut a glance over to Tarnavak, though it's softer than it might be, what with Siggy sitting next to him.
He's a literal lion fang, like, in his lap.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
it's really hard to be like those fucking hobgoblins and then having sexes with lion fangs. And you know what? Never mind.
Yes. What I'm saying is that having your own land is good and all, but, well, you're inviting more dangers than you might realize. Especially if you're trying to start from scratch with no backing, no... He gesticulates aimlessly for a moment. No resources beyond what an adventurer can bring together.
Well, I already have a city, so I'm not starting from nothing.
You have a city.
Dalmanutha was not the only Minotaur city that existed.
Well, I'm sure, but they've all fallen to ruins by now. Unless, you found one locked away in a map somewhere.
No, not in a map. In a mountain.
I mean, it is kind of a big, crumbly ruin, but it's not on fire anymore.
It's a fixer-upper.
Well, not being on fire is a start, I suppose. Well, far be it from me to try and dissuade you from freeholding, I suppose, as long as you're not trying it on someone else's land that might object to it.
It's something that will not be able to be done right away. But it is more of an end goal. And huh? I have to try, at least.
I wish you all the best, and if you ever build your city up and decide you wish to be annexed into Anderland, do feel free to let me know. I'll give you a little wink.
I can't wait one day they're over the dinner table and Hashat's like, so when would you like to annex yourself to New Minotha and Igniferous?
That's not going to happen, I don't think.
I didn't think that's happening either.
Yeah, I feel like Aruna might take exception to that.
Aruna would be probably, first of all, fucking baffled that occurred. Like, yeah, we gave this Minotaur, did us a solid, like, you know, the rights to a piece of land that no one would ever use. And somehow she's set up a great big settlement, and this was really weird. We've got all of these strange communist moves that moved in as well in the fields. I don't understand what's happening here. All she did was give them a fucking statue made with fire.
Oh, God. Can you imagine just dragging that statue all the way to Avara and then just a flood of communists just nonstop?
They are like moth to flame.
That's how I take down Avara.
You move a statue in until it till moves migrate naturally.
Yes. No, that's a silly idea.
Yeah. I do like the idea that if you just put up a slightly bigger statue with a slightly bigger, warmer fire, then it just attracts. It'll just gravitate them away like they are literally moths, with the choice of candles.
Don't forget that you also have the. Don't forget that you also have the complete works of Conrad. The original complete works.
I don't want those in my country. In my country, yeah. Thank you.
That man is an elf-hating racist.
Tarnavak can keep those.
He is an elf-hating racist.
Anyway, I would be more interested in things of more cultural value than those more academic things of value.
Well, sure. If you want to leave the archive itself to my people, I would be happy to instruct our laborers to bring to the surface whatever cultural relics, statues and whatnot, you might find down there. And we can call it 50-50 on magic items, if we happen to encounter anyone down there.
That doesn't sound like such a bad deal.
First pick, though.
Alright, you are the ones clearing the place out after all. I'm just providing the muscle. That sounds fair to me. Though I'll be mighty upset if you choose a magic spellbook first.
No, but I know that there are at least a small series of tomes that one of my compatriots has their eye. None of the magic ones. Those ones are historical.
I would be interested in seeing what the histories of a 1,000-year-old empire were, but very well. I understand that you all are staying in the Tower of Magisters. That's become your home base. I hear there's a copying device there, something that makes duplicates of books. Perhaps if the new Lady Magister approves, we could see about making copies of everything. Indeed. Cass, if you could ask her perhaps to let some of my artificers take a look at that thing and see if we can make a copy of the copier. I'll ask, but she's pretty cagey on her secrets. Yes, well, we'll let them maintain what secrets they will, for now at least. I've been behaving, after all. So,
what about any treasure found in Manoth? It was a large city.
I'm content to let those who uncovered the place and cleared it of ghosties take the monetary wealth. Anderlin does well enough on its own, I think. Perhaps I'll kick myself in the ass later if you unearth a literal mountain of gold, but I should think whatever's left down there probably isn't all that much. You'd be surprised how little coin and gold and gems a city keeps centralized like that.
That, and it's been 5 days, so by now we've probably already dumped like a lot of old Manothan currency directly into circulation.
Oh, we haven't spent any of that money.
No. No, actually, because I got some of my a large chunk of my money changed into platinum, because otherwise we're carrying around a fucktabulous quantity of coin. Remember?
Right. I mean, that's no problem for me.
Of course, yes, you can carry all the coin you want, but yeah, no, I definitely have changed a large number of copper scales down for like legitimate some platinum, so that I can actually carry my monetary wealth without being disabled by it.
I would also like to remind people of 71 and the fucking solid-ass gold coffin that we carried across the fucking country. Oh man, it was great. Good
I mean, you
times.
can tell that you were Pathfinder players by that story alone.
That was actually the 5e playtest back then.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no.
That
I
was
mean,
the
it was
5e
literally
playtest?
just like a solid gold coffin, and the players just fucking autismoed their way into carrying this thing. And it wasn't like using some weird combination of magical bullshit. No, they just
No, they
just
plugged
hooked it up
right?
onto ropes and pulleys and just dragged its fucking heavy ass across a mountain range for days.
Yeah, it took us like a couple of weeks to cross the fucking place, but it was solid good. It took 2 people to fucking move.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, that sounds like the height of Pathfinder, which is like, oh, they came into the dungeon, they killed everything, and they took everything, even the stuff nailed down. If this were like, you know, fucking 1960s Britain, they'd have ripped all of the lead and copper out of the church roofs.
I mean, yeah, basically. But by God, they bought themselves a kingdom on that gold, let me tell you.
Literally?
Yeah. And then I think immediately after Third pulled from the deck of many things and literally got a castle. Yeah.
Yep.
Lamau. Anyway.
Millions of gold. Literal millions of gold.
It was a lot of money. Yeah, you crashed that nation's economy. Anyway, so yeah, the Duke seems content to let you have your way with Minotha's treasury.
All right. Well,
so
with any luck, you'll be you'll have everything, at least all the texts that you'd need to start your academy.
Indeed, and well, now that the building projects are done outside of town, I have a great many smiths and builders about to be unemployed, so if that's on the horizon, I think I'll see about getting them started on the academy grounds themselves. So, if that's settled then, let's shake on it. Assume you speak for your companions?
I will look at the others. Any objections?
I'm happy with my buzzing mercantile empire, island, and family. I'm good.
Well, it's your by rights, you know, the whole queen sword and everything. So it's all on you. Can't really say much.
Then I will shake.
Lucien will grab like 2 of your enormous fingers and shake them. Castle snicker from across the table. Good. Well, in that case, let's refill our glasses and have a bit to eat, shall we?
Sure.
That would be wonderful. My stomach is mostly vodka at the moment. Putting some fruit on it is probably a good idea.
Right. And so yeah, I think that'll be slash scene as we fade out on you guys filing into this big old dining room and a bunch of kitty maids bring out platters of meat and bread and cheese to feast upon. And when you're done, the Duke will give you a courteous send-off. He will, unbeknownst to you at the time, send Cass off with a lovely bottle of Anderlin wine made from up north near the Dwarf Holds to replace that Dethic Dale bottle. And Rowan will give you all a big ol' hug on the way out and say that she looks forward to getting to teach at this magic academy someday. As does Leona.
Totally. It would be great for it. Rowan totally strikes me as someone who has one of those teacher's podiums, but there's a box behind it so she can stand on it.
Yes, she very small.
It's really unfortunate that Leona didn't come with us to Minot. I know I had asked.
We already had too many companions, is why. We didn't want to bring the slightly squishier one with no healing with us. As great as she would have been for the job, she is way more likely to die immediately to a single large, smashy statue boy.
Oh yeah, if she got fucking critted like that, it would be just fucking
She'd be dead, actually dead. Yes. It would immediately go over a health threshold.
Yeah, but there's no reason, like, they can just stay out of combat and just.
What are you saying?
We just didn't know for sure if they wouldn't be able to like sit there out of combat, or if shit would get fucky for them.
Which in this case, probably not, considering you never were entirely safe down there.
Whole heapings of ghost rape down there.
Well, hopefully Lyris will be different.
Yeah, I'm excited for Lyris.
Well, I just look at fucking Dragons and say, well, I think you're going back home. Wait, I'll help you.
So when is Ursula taking a Paladin level? Smite. Join the team, Smite.
We already have 2 smiters in this party.
More smites.
Well, never, because she doesn't really have the faith for it.
That's fine. You can be a faithless paladin. Smite.
I think you also need like 13 charisma to MC paladin. So
you do. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, that's sadly way below her score.
A bit too much flex power. I'm sorry, but the muscles cannot make persuasion checks.
So yeah, once you guys are done with the Duke's castle, what's the plan?
Well, it's a ship.
About that, I know I was complaining a lot about downtime and whatnot. Considering that there are perpetual storms around the island, do we want to take like another day, like a day or two here so we can finish leveling up in this city, and then go, so that Hashat can, at least when we get to in range of the island, storms can try and make the wind not so bad.
Don't we already have a scroll of control weather in emergencies?
That's only one way, though. Like that's a one-use thing, and that will get us through. So that we could use that on the way in, but
then we'll be leveled
up
by the time we're in, and then you can do it on the way out.
I believe weren't we gonna teleport off of the island, though?
Well, then what do you got to worry about then?
After all, then.
Then again, once we're there, we might fix the storms. The storms might not be a problem anymore once we leave that island.
I mean, we're teleporting to that island, so that doesn't matter.
It would matter for the ship that brings us there.
True.
Unless we send it back. Unless we send the ship, just drop us off, and then...
Yeah, Kina.
Yeah?
Fuck up the storm. They'll drop us with whatever fucking cargo we're supposed there. And then you open your teleport circle, throw the people through, and the ship they're supposed to go through with.
The ship
cannot teleport a ship.
I can't teleport a ship.
No, I said the cargo. I didn't say the ship.
Why would they abandon it? This ship is worth more than the cargo and the people on it.
Ships are valuable.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, let me run that by again. We go there. You temporarily halt the storms. We make landfall. The ship unloads whatever cargo you're supposed to send to Evara and the people and all that stuff there.
It's only one box.
It's a crate.
It's one box. It's one chest of coins.
The ship sails back to Ambush Bay. Yeah. You open circle on the ground. You throw the people and stuff through. Done.
You made it sound like the ship and like all of its cargoes just like pushes ghost ship out of the water. Ship. Yeah, I realize that now. But at the time I was like, that's fucking insane.
See, now you understand why I keep hearing weird shit from you guys.
I worry about the ship's return journey, though.
Well, I mean, if they get us in the storm and then leave before the storm comes back, then they're fine.
Probably.
If it looks like it won't be fine, they can moor and will cast a spell again, and then they can leave.
We can only control the actual weather once. With the scroll.
And by the time we get to Lyris, you'll be ready to cast it yourself, if you need to.
Oh no, I will not. Not that spell. Control weather is like an 8th level spell, and it's on a scroll. The spell I'm going to learn is control wind.
Okay. Do you have to be there then for that?
I would have to be there. Yeah. Oh, I would have to be on the ship.
So you want to stay longer so you can control wind on the way in, and then control weather so that they can leave again?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Or perhaps maybe we'll fix the weather problem when we're on the ship on the island.
I don't think a ship is willing to sail for maybe.
Yeah,
I know I wouldn't.
So, while you guys are discussing this castle, sort of butt in, say. Wait, we're teleporting off the island? But where to?
Navarra, to the Magister's Tower.
That's way the fuck far away from the island that I would like to go to, which is right near the island we're going to. Could we, go there instead of waiting a whole year or more, or never going there? Like we're never going to find Szooth's sword?
Is Szooth's sword? Wait, Szooth's sword. Oh, right, that thing.
He doesn't need a sword, he's a monk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just find that for the sake of it.
I mean, heck, I'm fine with us bolting onto Cass's Island and then teleporting after that.
You mean going down to Suncrest Island?
No, not there.
No,
the other one, north of here. It's only like 2 or 3 days.
So that's then Lyris and then teleport?
I mean, we can do Lyris first. Or whichever first. Doesn't really matter.
Well, if we do let's do your island first, then we get to Lyris with the spell, and then spell them out and they're gone.
Sure.
If you go to your island first, then we use the spell on the Lyris and send you guys through and send the boat back to Anspay. See?
Okay.
Sure. I mean, alternatively, if you guys are really worried about time, I could just go to my island on my own. I can just chart another ship.
No.
We'd miss you.
You're not gonna...
I miss you guys too.
You've done a lot.
And also, bots fucking suck.
Look, I know Hashat needs a whoopee to hold on to while we're on the sea, but...
Nah, you have a grin. The only boat that doesn't suck is my boat.
Yeah, your boat just, was a hot box.
And then my smile vanishes. And so is my money. I bet the deck still hums of weed.
Anyway, let's go charter a ship then. And take us all the way around.
Yeah, it's easier to score 2 extra days, and then we'll just do our magic in a slightly janky order, but it is fine.
Yeah, then at least Hashat can get practice with her wind thing.
That is true.
I suppose so.
If it's 2 days to your island, we'll finish our preparations, and the journey to Lyris will be made with the ability to fuck with the wind the entire duration if necessary.
It will not.
It shouldn't be.
I would need another week in order to do that, because I can't extend the spell length.
So
I would have to...
And you mess with the wind.
At a maximum 6 times a day for 6 hours. So 6 hours, and then I'd be completely dry.
Okay, that's fine, we should definitely not need 6 straight hours. Whenever a storm rises and falls, generally, all things considered, a short break is all it takes to get the boat going again. You ever seen? Well, in fact, we've definitely already seen these terrible, terrible storms out there. If you could imagine just stopping that wind for a brief period, well, you'd be able to relash the rigging and get everyone positioned and make sure that no one goes overboard and brace yourself for when the hour's break ends and continue onwards. Definitely a lot safer of a journey. And again, in an emergency, we have a scroll. That will just tell the weather to fuck off.
Alright, so now you guys need to deal with getting yourselves a ship. And figure out who you want to bring on the ship, which seems like it's just going to be fucking everybody.
Yep, and then everyone else who wants to go back to, like, Ivara after we've made it to Lyris can do so via teleport. Including Sahan, who, again, would like to presumably go see his kid, and we'll meet him there.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 12 of you.
So, if we're going to go to Cass's island first, how far is that? That is 5?
That island is 5 and change days, so they'll charge you for 6.
That's up to there.
That's up to there. And then to get from Lindsay's island all the way back down to
Lyris.
Lyris is another 216.
Another 4.
48. Derp.
Right.
4, so 9, so 10 days. There's 12 passengers.
So what you're saying is I would have enough time to learn to level up and also retrain my meta magic, which is another week. So 2 days and then 7 days.
Yep.
That way, on the last day, I'll be able to control the wind for an entire day on the.
Dope.
I guess that will work out.
But that's just, and that's without the journey roll stuff. People remember.
Yeah, I mean you pay ahead of time, though. You know.
Yeah, if the journey ends up taking longer, then whatever.
Or shorter.
Similarly, though, if the journey ends up taking shorter, then we lose some time. But well, it's just life.
Yeah, we
so
gain time.
the going rate for chartering a commercial ship is 50 silver pieces per head per day. So, when you guys can figure that out and then try and, if you want to try and persuade people to give you a better rate, you can. If not, that's fine.
Let's try and get it rounded down to 10 people, just because Marie and Szooth are small.
I mean, that sounds like 11 people, but...
Shifty eyes. I mean, that's a start.
We could just send Mary and Sirhan before we...
I mean, it's true, if you guys want to ditch some people.
That is also true.
Oh, over there, you can open this teleportation circle while we're there and just send it through. Remember, at the island, it's called the sister island. You can open it on the deck.
I don't know that we'll get a better deal for promising to drop off 2 of them at one point in the middle of the journey.
Yeah.
2. That's 1, 2.
2 people, sorry, in the middle of the journey.
3. What about Siggy? Is that going?
I mean, Siggy wants to come with you guys.
Okay.
If you're not ever going to bring her into the party, that's fine. I mean, but then that begs the question, who are you bringing? Because if you guys are going to just mainline Cass and Morgan again, then there's not much point in bringing Siggy and Leona along. That said, also, at least Siggy is low on money, so if you're gonna go do like bunch of adventuring on Lyris, you might want to bring her along so that she can gain funds.
Yeah, Mary, Sirhan, and Torden can leave on the that's 3 people.
Sister Island.
Sister Island, yeah.
Okay.
So that's on the 5. So 5.
Fuck me, fight travel is so stupid expensive.
So 3 people, 5, 15, and then 5 days. There you go. 75. Less.
Alright, so it's 525 silver pieces.
Oh, all of this was. It says 50 per head, or 50 or 5.
It was 50 silver per head, so I guess you can make that gold pieces then. So if that's what you're using, then yeah, I guess it is indeed 525 gold pieces.
That is a lot.
Yeah. You are chartering like a vessel big enough to hold all of you guys and making them go way the fuck out of their way to the middle of nowhere and then come back to the middle of nowhere.
Well, if you look at the map, I will still say if we can find a ship by the coastal city there up north, it would shave off days of travel.
It would, yes, if you went to... Let me just drag you guys over the world map. If you did go to Narame, it would dramatically reduce your total time traveled by, like, what is that? 75 miles-ish, at least.
2 days, at least.
Yeah, 2 day.
How much is that in gold? Because that's how much gold it costs to keep to never ever ever let anyone know that we came by Narame.
Well, 2 days, shave off that from 12. There you go. Because we only need them to get out to the island. Then we only need from the island out there. See? Then they teleport, and then it's empty all the way down there. So 2 days, and then half of that, and so minus 75, and then minus a full 2 days from people. So 2 days of people, it's 5 with 12, which is 60 per day, so 120. So 195 golds cheaper.
$195 gold is a lot for buying silence. Kina, it's your call. If we go to Narame, it saves us over 100 gold pieces. Nearly 200.
Nearly 200. Yeah, nearly 200.
I can't just swim to the island, can I?
No, you cannot swim to the island, Kina.
You can't swim anywhere.
I know.
Can I just please drown in a direction?
I mean, yes, you can, but you'll also probably die.
We're going to get you one of those diving suits and you can walk to Lyris.
Well, there is one. There is actually one in Perbolith.
That's not here, though, is it?
That is not here.
It would be quite amazing if the whole party went, fuck this boat shit, and walked to an island under it.
Walk 120 miles at the bottom of the ocean.
Under the sea.
As much as saving money would be nice, I would not be able to reconcile the fact that I went to Elvish Narame after I had requested Tassie to walk and then boat and then walk all the way to New Kadar.
So at this point, Cass will kind of lean in and say, seriously, though, I could just go to Narame myself and then go to the island. You guys are going way out of your way for me. I can make it on my own.
That island was supposed to be filled with shipwrecks and everything.
Yeah, basically. Unfortunately, that's not like something you guys could help with. I just need to find a really good captain.
Well, you bring it. The guy that's supposed to manage to have landed there.
Exactly.
I read.
So, I need to find someone who's willing to let him helm the boat for a bit. And that's it.
Damn it all.
Okay, out of character, this is just a recipe for disaster of just letting me go.
I mean, it is also, at the same time, not a recipe for disaster, just because, fuck, man, it really does save us a lot of trouble if we let people be independent.
Cass will look around and be like, I can hire some mercs if that makes you feel better. In fact, I could take some of... Until gestured to the giant party blob.
Yeah. Well, would any of them be willing, then?
I mean, Marie wants to adventure, but no.
I will definitely not let Murray go to Shipwreck Island.
Okay, so Tanarame is saving money and just shopping the hell out then. Quell your minds
Say,
and let's just do it.
when does Cassidy get access to Teleportation Circle? Because it's on Bard list.
It is at 9th level, so when you guys hit level 11, Cass can do that.
Damn. That's quite a ways away, unfortunately.
Wait, I have a question. Wait, no, wait. I have a brilliant idea.
Uh-huh.
The bear is smart. She will use the most powerful ability she has. Money! And buy a fucking scroll of teleportation circle.
Oh, hey, that's a great idea.
Oh, fuck. Shit, I will copy down the address book to the Mage's Tower for Cassidy so he can just teleport scroll out.
Great. I don't know if that works, but worst comes to worst, I had a hypnotist permanently embed Pergolith's circle in my brain pans, so...
Well,
Neat.
Yeah, my parents say if I ever get lost, I can just go to any Archmage Tower and they can do the thing.
That's really... Alright, and yeah, it's on your spell list, my dude.
Alright, so... How much does a scroll of teleport
50
cost?
G.
Okay, Cass will just buy that, that's fine. He has more
No,
than enough.
I say that by him.
Oh, okay, well...
Just
Perfect.
duck that.
Just tack that
It
on the
was
sheet.
their brain.
Okay. For the purposes of not dying on the way there, I guess Cass will take Sirhan and then probably hire some mercenaries to come with him so that he, doesn't get shanked. Sounds like a smart person thing to do.
Siggy could go with him, I guess.
Yeah, does he want to pay another Amazon to join him? That went where last time?
I mean, Siggy could probably just, get her Amazon MILF squad together.
Oh, dear God.
I bet Cassidy would love that.
Alright, if Tarn's okay with temporarily losing Siggy off the roster, then yeah, she can get her her two older friends together to come down here and then take Cass off on an adventure.
Cass, don't get them. Don't get any more of them pregnant, please. Or I don't even.
Look, one of them's already... Half of them are pregnant, and the other half...
Oh my goodness.
Or butt sluts?
Yeah, that's the word.
All right, just make sure you don't get Siggy pregnant, because I'm pretty sure
All right.
Tarnavak would
Well,
take
hold
umbrage with
on. Look, A, Tarn would kill me.
He
B,
would.
I would kill me from guilt. C, Siggy would probably kill me. D, Hashat would kill me.
Your choice would be dying underneath a muscular lady any day, though.
I don't think this would be a pleasant death, though.
No, probably wouldn't be. But also here,
and then
I just literally give Cass a fucking 50 condoms. That should at least last you a couple of days.
C just kind of squints at you guys and says, "Come on, I'm at least a little responsible." Just a little.
Okay, yes, but your friends are how responsible would you say?
Also, fidelity is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know, shocking.
Yeah.
That didn't stop the other. That didn't stop the other Amazon.
Look, I will sleep with no man who cannot defeat me in battle. I made that as a promise when I was a little girl, and I will keep to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think Cass could even pick me up, much less defeat me in battle.
Unless he utilizes those almighty brain wrinkles.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you all see Cass like starting to weave spell components behind him until Morgan just reaches out and baps him. Ow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally okay with this plan. It honestly does save us many hundreds and hundreds of gold. And time and stress.
Alright. Here, before I go, Cass will go into his pack and pull some shit out. Do any of you... Let's see. Yeah, Nahia, you're still a paladin, right?
Yes, of course.
I gotta check these things.
I'm more paladin than warlock.
Yeah, but look, you aren't traveling around with Mithras, are you?
I'll cede your point, fair.
Alright, he will shove 2 scrolls of 2nd level cure wounds into you. And 4 scrolls of 1st level cure wounds. I want those back if you don't use them.
Absolutely. All willing we won't need to, but better safe than sorry.
I want you back, so be careful, okay?
Oh yeah, if everything goes terrible, I'm gonna just teleport away and save my own skin. Sorry, guys. Well, claps her hand and Siggy on the shoulders.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
That and yeah, obviously you can hold their hands when you teleport.
Exactly. Unless you're far apart, then we're fucked.
Yeah. He knows really. He's a smart boy.
Yeah, I'm so smart. You guys don't even know.
Yeah, if it's like the circle there, it's like open for like a while, so they can just go through with him.
Yeah. Do you want Marie to come with me, or you guys want to take her on your boat? Don't think it really matters if we're all teleporting away.
Well, she's the one that, well, aren't she? She's a mercantile.
Merchant. Marie, it is your choice. Would you like to travel with Cassidy up to the island and teleport, or travel with us to an island and teleport? Yeah.
As long as you all meet up in Navarre.
No.
Alright. Marie knows which of these parties is more likely to result in her getting to have an adventure.
She knows that I would... I don't know, I've tried my best not to helicopter mom for her. I feel so betrayed.
It's okay. Do not worry.
I'll see you back home, Mom.
Okay, sweetie. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Wait,
if you guys get the... What?
Here's the thing. Here's the package.
Oh yeah.
Remember, get some food together, and then bring it to New Kadar to my with the chest.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
You have my word. I will make sure your family is well taken care of.
Thank you, Mary.
Alright. Just, like, come back alive, so I don't have to do it forever. That'd be a bummer.
I was about to say, if we fail to come back, then you've basically just scammed my daughter, Hashat.
No, it's fine. That way I can raise the next generation of moo horses. They shall all be glorious paladins.
You know what? I kind of admire your gumption. I'll make sure she gets one big last tight hug and smooch.
I will deduct 100 silver from my character.
Alright. Bye, guys.
Take care, sweetie.
Companions give you a parting wave, and then, yeah, will rent some horses and begin the trek to Narame. And then it was you nerds.
I hope they'll be okay.
Grows up so fast.
I hope they'll be alright. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nahia's doing that like, oh, my baby.
It's just pats Nahia.
It's an adventure.
It's okay. Just let it out.
Oh.
You know, this is not the first time I said that to a big lady would think.
This is fair. This is true. To be fair, Lord Winter has set her up with probably the most powerful feat training that any level 1 character could fucking hope for. Goddamn, Winter's blade kicks ass.
It's pretty good.
Well, the cost just fucking plummeted like a rock because it's like a 2-day trip to Lyris.
Let's see. Yeah, so from the Bay of Ireland, there it is indeed a 2-day trip, exactly. So there are now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you for 2 days, 50 silver a head. So
I'll even try and get it shrunk down because Szooth's small. I'm gonna crank persuasion into this.
Alright, so since we're doing this, can we leave tomorrow so that I can get 1 day of downtime training in the city and then 1 day out at sea so that I can fuck with the wind?
Yeah, so you're ready for it?
Yeah.
Screw with the wind.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
sure.
Bam! Alright, let's see how good Captain whoever the fuck does against 26.
Alright, let me just dig out the Sea Captain stat block. I think I still have that saved.
Look, it is my small retarded son. Surely you will not charge him for extra travel.
Oh no!
Wow!
You can't just do Szooth like that!
Sure, I can. He'd be excited. He would be excited for this. I would carry him in my arms like an infant. And he'd be like, oh, you know what? Okay. We all know it.
Even if it's true.
Please, my son, he is stoned every day.
No, I would not accept this fucking harassment, of course, dude.
Okay, I don't...
I'm doing him dirty. Mithras did him dirty.
Yeah, and not only Mithras, fucking Kenora.
It's true. You know what? Honestly, Szooth has had it too good for too long.
Oh shit!
This is my retarded son, and I want to save 50 silver. Yay!
Alright, you guys can shave 10% off of that, so let's make it 63 gold pieces total. You can divide that up however the fuck you want.
That's 10 each. 10.5.
It's 10 each, and Szooth has to pay 3 because he is your small retarded son.
Yep, that sounds about right, honestly.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
He literally gets children's rates.
Let's not tell DCL
What do you mean? He'd be fucking stoked. I'm
we smuggled his kobold by pretending he's a retarded child.
Look,
That seems a little harsh.
Look, I have smuggled my small people friends into events by claiming they're my children before.
Oh
it's
my
fine.
god.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Its price is not in gold, it is in self-respect.
Exactly. Fucking in short people song here.
I am openly protesting this.
Too bad. Szooth gets to pay less money.
You've indeed saved DCL 7 gold pieces.
He has had it too good for too long.
Oh, fuck. Also, holy shit, DCL's rich.
He has had it too good for too long.
He has almost 1,000 gold.
Yes. Remember, he made all that fucking money gambling on fights.
That's right, he bet like a literal fortune on some random gladiator and won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also doesn't have
he put it all on black, and black rolled out.
Yeah.
Well.
He fucked a goddess, he fucked a dragon mommy, and he fucked another goddess.
Okay, he fucked a goddess and the high priestess of a goddess. Let's get that straight.
Oh yeah.
But still, yeah.
Yeah.
Oofers.
Yeah, no. Szooth honestly is living... Szooth isn't just living his best life, he's lived his best life many times as a kobold.
Holy shit! He's just been climbing that fuck ladder. High priestess, dragon mommy, goddess.
Yeah.
Yep. So hey, Hashat, I have some good news for you.
Okay.
Actually, it's great news depending on how you look at it, or terrible news, also depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
So you know how you hate boats, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so this boat is a huge white, like, merchant frigate. It's gonna hit this island and then it's gonna cruise around, hit a bunch more islands. It's decked out for bear. It's probably gonna sail near Amazon territory at some point soon.
Okay.
Okay, now that's all good. That's fine. Then you get a look at the captain. The captain is an elf. Just pure purple skin, big towering knife ears, tricorn hat on top of her head, low-cut blouse displaying ample piratey cleavage.
Oh.
I know this token. How do they feel about Elysia?
What token? Oh.
I believe this is also the same elf token that you wanted to use if Sight and Sail had happened. See, I memorize things.
You aren't seeing any tokens.
I haven't, but you've literally just described that token.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was going to say, what you've done is describe the token, and that token is also the one that you described as the one you would have had for Sight and Sail as a captain.
No, that's a manticore.
Was it second in command? I know that they were going to be on that boat.
Yeah, it was going to be a manticore.
Trust me.
So yes, indeed, you have yourself a dark elf as captain, Captain Muriel.
Ooh.
She will give you all a vigorous handshake and welcome you aboard. She'll mumble something about, sorry your kid turned out that way to Nahia.
Don't worry, he spends all of his time too stoned to care.
And then, yeah, you guys can chart a course to Lyris. So she's deeply concerned about how you intend to make landfall there, for she's sailed that coast many a time, and it's sure dangerous, and she's not going to just take her boat up there. If you want to take a couple rowboats, you can buy those and sink to your heart's content, but she's not going to get in the storms.
We can cheat with magic.
For a portion of the day, I can change the wind to favor the ship.
For a good 6 hours, we can just cut clean through the storm.
On the way in, at least.
So at the very least, we can coast in closer before bumping out in robots. How much would it cost for us to have those off you?
That's a good question. I think they're like 20 silver or something. It's not much, actually.
Oh, they cheap half.
Yeah, let's see. Mount goods, vehicle, waterborne vehicle. A rowboat is indeed 50 silver.
Sure. All right. I'll even pay the 50 now.
She's happy to take your money and let you take possession of a couple rowboats. In fact, since you're telling her this in the dock, she will have a couple extra rowboats brought on board just to make sure, in the event of a disaster, everyone isn't just fucked afterwards.
Because we took the boat. Yeah, there we go. Oh, fuck. We kind of sold the lifeguards. That's not something you want to hear from, like, the captain.
That is
the lifeboats. I have 5 gold pieces.
I know I've read stories of that actually happening before.
Yes, that has actually happened, where people have gone to lifeboats to find that they aren't there anymore. They were already sold to the pirates that probably attacked the boat. I don't know that I've ever heard the irony of someone being attacked by pirates riding in the boat they bought off of them. I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened, but I never heard of that. But I have heard of boats.
I am sure somebody has paid some
Somalis
ransom money and then been attacked by that ransom money.
Oh, yeah, that's happened. But no, there is a big old case of lots of, quote-unquote mercenary groups selling off, like, lifeboats on ships, like a good half of them, to Somali pirates, and then those Somali pirates just turning up and attacking other people. Of course, they're riding in boats they got from legitimate other groups. So they have this identification on them, essentially.
But yeah, so you guys get a couple rowboats attached to the side of the ship in your name. You're able to set sail with the promise that you can totally get through the storm.
Making sure to have an extra larger cork because Hashat has
yeah, you're gonna need to buy a new cork for a shot.
Oh no!
It's fucking plus size.
Yeah.
You find someone who's actually tried to float horses across the Anders River before, and buy some from him. It's very embarrassing. Costs like a gold, but you can indeed deck a gold one. But you can deck Hashat out in like a full Corky life suit, and all of the crew on the ship make fun of her for it, nonstop.
Oh. Well, I won't put it on. I just do measures, and start fixing it. So in case...
I feel like Hashat will put it on the moment she gets in a boat, regardless of pride. Actually, wait, is her bonus stronger than her pride? There's an elf.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Is her bonus stronger than drowning?
Yeah. How about wisdom save? We'll see if you can keep your shit together long enough to not be seen wearing a cork floaty around an elf captain.
I feel like that's a charisma save, actually, because it's purely motivated by boner.
That does sound about right.
Charisma save, you said?
Charisma save. Up to you if you think a 10 is enough to overcome your water fear for the hope of Elf Poon. It's pretty bad, though.
Guidance.
Not on a save.
That's a bless.
It's not a check, it's a save.
Yep. So, Hashat, do you end up putting the corkies on, or do you try and act brave and tough for the captain? Kina?
It's deliberating.
I haven't seen an elf in a very long time.
She's very pretty. She has like a 16 charisma.
Oh God.
She is in fact a bard.
The water looks very deep and dark here. Though
I am going to keep the cork down under the hole. When I'm going to try to not have it on when I'm around the cap.
Alright. Make a stealth check to see if any of the other crew see it and report it to the captain. And then she gets to make fun of you.
Oh, God. Look, I have the perfect out for this. Shit!
Oh, it's so bad!
Hashat.
Oh, I hate boats. I hate water. I hate boats so much.
Alright, so no one makes fun of you to your face, but in the captain's mess, the officers are just laughing their asses off about the floaty horse. Now, since you don't know this, do you try to put the moves on the captain?
I'm still going to flirt with the captain.
Okay. Excellent.
With disadvantage.
Yes. Yes, that makes sense.
Do I make a performance check, or do I make just a charisma check? I'm asking you serious. I'm actually asking you.
Oh, you were just mumbling. Sorry, what were you asking?
Do I make a performance check, a persuasion check, or just a raw charisma check?
Up to you. Depends on how you want to approach it. If you try and like woo her with your shitty pickup lines and like elf poetry, then yeah, that'd be performance. If you just want to try and sweet talk her, that's persuade. And
No. You sold me. You sold me. I've got to go with the cheesy pickup lines and the. I mean, I do know how to speak elf. I do know how to speak. I made sure to learn how to do that.
All right, let's see it.
16's not terrible.
Okay. So
17.
So I got good news and bad news for you.
Okay.
The good news is that the captain finds your attempts to be amusing, bordering on charming. And indeed, on the second night, you'll get to Lyris in the morning. She will invite you up to her chambers. However, when you arrive there, in whatever state of dress you might be, you find the captain in a loose-fitting robe wrapped around herself, and once you're inside, she will close the door, offer you a bit of drink, and then once you get on to business, she will drop the robe and reveal a magnum dong, and will say something to the effect of, since you're such a little bitch, it's time for you to see how a real captain handles a boat. You're going to be on bottom.
Joke's on her. Hashat will see this. And I know exactly how she will react to this. Hashat will see this, and she will grab the captain, and she will just look into her eyes. No, it doesn't for an elf, it doesn't matter to me. All that matters is their inner elven beauty to me.
Ah, fuck. Dirty elf fetishist.
Exactly.
Alright, well, yeah, you get taken to rough, vigorous Pound Town by the elf captain. Just really reamed to hell. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I have a question. They've got condoms on, don't worry.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about that. Neither of these individuals have vaginas, so it's fine. Okay, you are still able to walk tomorrow, but it's a little wobbly and leaky.
What strength does this bard have?
It's not the strength, it's how you use it.
Okay. What's your performance score then?
Alright, fine.
Can I
Yeah.
at some point turn the table and ride her?
Let's find out.
Why?
Also,
Body of small elf.
See, that's the thing I'm getting at. There's a small elf and he's a big fucking goddamn Hashat.
You underestimate how gentle Hashat would be with an elf.
Oh no. She commands.
Well, all right.
Tonight.
23. Let's see if you can beat that, Kina.
No, that was against the 22.
Well, all right. Fair enough. I have been outplayed by a glorious, beautiful elf. I mean, who am I to judge?
Fucking boats rocking.
Indeed.
Finally a worthy opponent!
I was hoping when she drops her trowel, you would be like, I haven't had a good sword fight in years. I expect to make a fool of myself.
Good sword fight, just... I see you brought a knife to a sword fight.
I haven't had a sword fight in years.
I think you can hear mooing, Mori.
After we are done, I will offer her milk straight from the... It is revitalizing.
I mean, okay, if you want, round 5 and 6.
Don't worry, because Hashat's face has been pressed down into her and Cumsoft, and then she's gotten plenty of healing herself.
Alright, so, yeah, we will move on to the next day as morning dawns. Hashat, you have been vigorously used, and now you are acting as an elf pillow until the captain's watch begins. She'll begrudgingly unsheath herself, give you a little swat on the butt, and get dressed before heading up deck. And she will gather your party about half an hour later as Lyris has crested the horizon and the wind is beginning to pick up. The boat rocks this way and that.
Oh, and now I remember, like, the ship is big and can handle the weight. But every step Hashat takes on the fucking deck, it should make a goddamn sound, not just the clop sound, but the actual wood creaking.
Probably,
she won't
yeah.
break through, but... Yeah, but she's fucking heavy.
I am heavy, it's true. Thankfully, I don't actually carry a lot in terms of gear. But all in all, I am about...
You're a solid slab.
Yeah, probably pretty early on, Nahia advises either near the wheel or near the mast. Yeah. Those are the safest places for a incredibly large, heavy person to be.
Oh, right. Now, hey, chat, if you guys have a better memory than me, I have the distinct memory that we found like a +1 shield or a breastplate.
When?
I really don't think we ever have.
See?
You found a
that's the
+1
thing.
shield in Minotha and then gave it to Cass.
Yeah.
No, there was a match. No, before that, I have this very fucking distinct memory of we actually finding something that bumped my AC from 18 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
I have this extreme fucking memory of it.
I mean, your AC's being auto-set to 19, so...
Whatever it is, it's in there somewhere.
Hold on, let me just equip and unequip your armor here. Boop, boop. Let's see, custom AC is being used to use custom AC. Armor. Yeah. There's nothing on your sheet that's giving you a +1 to AC.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I have this fucking memory, and that put my AC at 19. I was super fucking stoked.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the magic items are listed in the magic items section. You can scroll through and see if there's something in there that you have that you failed to write down.
Yeah, probably look it up.
In the meantime, you guys have approached the shore of Lyris, or at least as close as you can get before you see a massive bunch of waves being kicked up by the black clouds surrounding this island. And you can see The island looks strange at first. You can't quite see what it is or why. Also, Hashat has the Warden's Great Shield. But the island looks tone shifted, like you're seeing it in black and white, until the captain leans back from the wheel and says that the island's been covered in ash since before anyone knows. Even when her grandma was fresh off of the surface way back when, she remembers that the island was bedecked with ash, covered from some volcanic eruption that's continued to billow forth. Don't know why the storms are happening, though. But whatever it is, the combination of those two factors has sure kept people away from this place for a long-ass time. Captain can't remember ever having taken anyone even near here. Most people avoid it like the plague.
Oh, plague, you say?
There's something funny?
Not the first deadly evil island that we have visited, and the last one existed because of an old plague that died out.
Sounds like Decorah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd do it. I heard some salamanders are building up a base there now. Might be
Indeed.
your kin.
Not my relatives, but they're on mine and Szooth's behalf.
Well, good luck with
I
all
own
that.
that island now, and once it is all cleared out, growing a nice little Dryad's Grove and building up a mercantile warehouse for my own ship and stuff.
Well, if you ever make port a call, we'll be sure to give you a visit. I'm a fan of your noble steed over there.
I will wink at her.
Nice.
So, how are we getting through this storm wall?
Well, we don't want to leave you in the lurch when we hop off the boat, but Hashat will be making our egress deeper into the storm nice and easy. And when it looks like it'll be too bad, we'll drop off and let you sail on.
Our character will also point out that the spell works in a 5-mile radius of the caster. Control weather, if you're looking at that.
That's for the weather one.
I was going for
Control wind.
control wind.
Only when Hashat's here. I suppose it depends. Hashat here can control the wind while we're on the boat. Obviously, we have to get up at a point. Or there is a very, very expensive scroll we could use to make it clear for entry and exit completely.
Well, it's up to you how you get there. Just tell me what we're doing.
Let's have a look at control wind. Whatever the fuck it was called. What is it?
Oh, I can
Control
just print.
weather.
I'll just. Oh, control weather is the other.
No. Is it gust of wind?
No, control winds. I actually just print it.
Okay.
Specifically gusts.
Okay. Well, we don't want to leave them in the lurch, so... how far away are we from the island when the storm is really bad?
More than 100 feet.
Well, no, the cube stays with us.
You guys are probably a good mile out when you start seeing, like, noticeable increases in, like, waves hitting the boat and the wind starts howling.
Well, can we row a mile an hour then? Pretty sure
Probably,
we can, no
yeah.
problem.
That seems perfectly reasonable.
Then we'll...
Yeah,
we'll just let that drop us off then, and we'll row ourselves in the last mile. And they can watch our little weird air cube of a boat row out.
Alright, if you're sure. I'd hate to have to fish your corpses out of the water.
Don't worry, we'll sink like stones.
No, that's me.
Okay.
The rest of you will be better.
No, you won't.
True, we got to cock you up now, I'm afraid, there.
Oh, God.
The captain giggles and claps her hands. Oh boy, I've been looking forward to seeing this.
It's only because my magic is so strong that I just can't deal with the water.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You don't know what it is to be one with the earth?
Okay.
She weighs a literal short pond.
Okay, water virgin.
You don't understand. I'm very literal.
The sailors continue to laugh at you.
Distressed
Touch roping you up.
No one actually understands Hashat's plan.
I still love the idea if one day you do end up in the water and you don't sink, but you do actually panic as they are like, I'm sinking! It's just like, oh no, she really just couldn't swim. It's all over her head, the poor baby.
Morgan's just going to sprout her wings as a bonus action, which causes the captain to kind of side-eye her. Well, that's not normal.
Of course. Well, it is for her.
Don't start. No, don't. Shh. Don't start.
No.
Don't. It's okay.
No.
I'm just weird.
But proselytize.
No, we have things to do.
Come on, how many people can say they've had the goddess on their boat? That's fantastic for business.
Later.
Boo.
Do you feel something in the air, Nahia?
I can feel it calling in the air tonight.
She smacks you in the back of the head. Focus, Paladin.
Oh, alright.
Close your eyes and extend your senses. You feel nothing at all. Including celestials.
When did you stop being a god?
That's the thing. There's something about this storm. It's deadening our senses.
That's worrying and kind of impressive at the same time.
I don't know if I'd call it impressive. See if the captain has a spyglass. Perhaps we can look for ourselves.
Oh, I have one.
You what?
I'm a ship's captain.
Those are hideously expensive. Never mind.
They are. It's a whole 10 gold.
She points towards the shore. Use your eyeballs then.
I cast my gaze out in a spyglass. I'm just looking like crazy. Like, of course I own it. Being a boat's captain is the rare occasion you would ever need to or want to spend money on a spyglass.
And then you got Szooth, who has his fucking eagle eye, can see a mile in without a problem.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Sure. Can I get advantage from Szooth then?
Yeah. Two of you can both be gazing outwards.
I know he would actually be better at this role than me, but, you know. No. 17. And more if Lyra wants to blink at us.
Yeah, sure. She'll drop a d4 on you.
20!
20. So you look at the storm for a while. And you look at it for a while. There's a pattern in it.
Interesting.
There's a lightning bolt over in front of this mountain, and then every 6 seconds or so there's a bzzzt right in the same spot. Then you can see the bits of storm clouds are just moving in a slow circle.
I try to disbelieve the storm.
Insufficient. Looks like a storm, but there's something weird.
Well, if it's an illusion, I certainly can't it. That this storm is looping.
Oh.
It's repeating, like quite literally.
Wait, so you mean like the fucking the fire demigod we fought?
I point at at one of the lightning bolts and I begin going, and then drop the beat. Bang. There you go, see? This is running on the beat. And it's repeating in other places.
Much.
Hey, Ursula, Tarnavak, could you both roll wisdom checks for me? Seems like things your fighty friends might pick up on.
Okay, do we get advantage to
yeah,
knowing
I think that works fine if you want to put your heads together. Think for a moment.
Yeah, so let's see. So...
Alright, so either a 17 or a 20. Both of you think for a moment. Why would someone deaden divine senses and create a giant illusory storm? You're in danger.
We're in danger? Why are we in danger?
Because this is very obviously a cover for something to get close to your ship without being detected as you skirt right up to the edge of the storm.
Turn! Turn wheel! Hard to port! Whatever! That way, away!
Port towards danger! Turn the other way!
Alright. You shout a warning just in time to give the captain advantage on her check, and yeah, Morgan will leap with her wings, and Tarn can lean and grab the wheel, and the three of you together can begin hauling the ship to the side. Just as something appears from inside the storm above you. A huge, dark shape winging down from the clouds.
Oh.
Oh!
Is it a ghost?
Sweet. It's dead dragons.
A wing of draconic skeletons, led by one that is truly massive, primordial-sized, haul down from the above illusory clouds, and 3 arcs of frigid breath weapons sear across the water just ahead of where your boat would have been a moment before, as the fiends pass by and turn hard back towards the island. The crew panics, leaping for cover, but the captain is able to get the boat safely turned against the winds before you crash into the now iceberg ahead of you. You're able to dodge the immediate danger.
Motherfucker.
Morgan will hiss a curse. I do hope we find Black Talon here. I think we're going to need it.
Alright. Captain, you've been great, but it is time for us to leave you be, and probably leave you to safety.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. And good luck. Trying to get dragon-breathed.
Not the first monster dragon we fought, thankfully.
Oh, it's going to be the most anxiety-inducing trip I've ever had. Dragons overhead, sitting in a tiny boat on the water. This better be worth it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to divide you guys
I
up
give the
into
spare cork to
2 boats.
the spare chunk of cork to what's his name? Tarnavak, just in case.
I feel like I should probably do the Hashat escorting, because she will actually super fucking die if the boat tops.
It's true. Alright,
Yeah,
you with Szooth.
I was gonna say you can dimension door, but no, you can't.
No, I cannot.
If she was smaller, say for a couple of hours, you could.
That's news to me.
We just had this conversation.
No, as in, I didn't know I had fucking Dimension Door, because I sure don't. I have level 2 spell slots, because I'm a Warlock, and that was Cass.
Oh,
Being smaller is a thing I could do, though. Yeah, that might help out a bit.
It won't change anything at this point, Hashat. We're going to go ahead of their boat, and you're going to clear the wind so that we're traveling as a cube that we can travel safely together with.
Okay.
Chuck a guide rope over to Tarn and Ursula just so that they have a connection to our boat at the very least.
Alright.
And it is simple.
Well, let
we
me
must
know.
be strong as fuck.
Let me know if you hear anything coming towards. Maybe I can fuck them up and disrupt their air current so that they will fall into the water.
That would actually be incredibly useful.
Or at the very least, perhaps dissuade them from us.
That is a good idea. Okay. We've got an hour if we're going slowly, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to be hauling ass, so let's make it there in 30 minutes.
Alright. Pick someone on each boat to lead the rowing effort, and they can get advantage.
Do I have an advantage already, what with being a boat person? Actually,
just
wait,
for
I
raw
automatically already have advantage on athletics.
Oh, there you go.
Because of my armor.
So you have advantage.
Will Lyra help
Okay,
me? 20
I have
fucking
an 8 in
saves.
athletics.
Jesus Christ. Let's see if she can give you
Wow,
a 30.
that's stupidly high.
Oh, she does.
Yes. Don't worry, with a rope attaching us, I'll pull both fucking boats.
Okay, Tarnavak, should I do that then? Oh, Merzendi, I mean. Okay then, I'll hopefully get... $18.
Okay.
Sadly rolled up.
Considering the danger of the situation, that's not an amazing roll, but with the fucking mighty 30, you are able to make it towards the shore in record time, and the dragon skeletons don't come back around to you, which, as you near the shore, makes you look over your shoulders back towards the other boat just in time to see the dragons strafing it repeatedly, but the captain is doing her best to dodge and weave away from the dragons attacking her. So let's give her an advantaged dex save here to see if she can get her ship. Oof. Alright. You don't think their ship's going to be sinking, but it's taken significant damage.
Oh, jeez.
And they are pretty much at the edge of your vision by the time the dragons split off and start coming back your way. But by then, you are able to reach the shore. And once you reach the shore, look back over your shoulder and see the dragons breaking off their attack, winging back up into the clouds, which now as you land don't really seem all that bad. It's not a cloudy day, but as soon as you dock, the wind seems to just stop howling, and the rain beats down in only a gentle pitter-patter. You approach what looks like it might have once been a dock. There are several structures on the shore, but they've been solidified in ash long ago, turned into preserved remnants of whatever civilization might once have lived here.
Question: what do you think we're going to get attacked as soon as we make landfall? As soon as we touch the...
Nope, I doubt that. Come
here. Yeah?
Not
Okay,
the very second. That would be surprising. Here, hold still, I'll pull you out.
Okay, I have something that I've if we're gonna be dealing with undead, I remember them last time, and I remember something, and I hold out a small vial.
What you got there?
It's a very slippery oil. You have to rub it on yourself. It takes about 10 minutes.
I mean, they're too dead to fuck, Hashat.
No. It's you know how she get paralyzed like that? This is supposed to not make you paralyzed.
Dual paralysis. Indeed.
Yeah.
Luckily, I can actually counteract paralysis. I'm much stronger than I was back in the day.
That's good, but this is still like 7-8 hours of the stuff.
Fair. We'll keep that in mind for soon.
And
very interesting.
Also 2 scrolls and a potion.
Indeed. And yes, fancy that.
Scroll of, yeah. I don't really feel anything. Except it smells different. It smells weird.
Mop sea crust off of myself and flap out my cloak, which is presumably fucking just drenched.
Leona will immediately begin investigating the ruins. These structures, look, they're not even really here. They're just ashen imprints. She pokes a finger straight through.
But ash?
Barely.
Wait. Just gently poke the stuff with dragon song.
The whole building just collapses in on itself.
Cover your mouth.
Oh. Pops back.
This architecture, it's hard to figure out what culture it's from. It looks vaguely Valish, but these stone arches.
Why don't we ask?
Ask who?
Krisha!
There's a momentary pause, and you hear from inside Hashat's backpack. I'm not coming out if there's fucking dragons. No one signed me up for this.
No, you look at houses.
Dragons. Finally, there's a mage hand appears from Hashat's backpack, and the skull just sort of lifts itself out. No, fine. Yep, we're on Lyris. It sure is Lyris. Yep. Great. I'm gonna go hide now. Why are there zombie dragons? This is bullshit. This came from an undead hellscape. I mean, I never went there. I've heard about it.
But you're smart.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Look, all I really know is that it was a knightly kingdom. Supposed to be real good with cold iron. Real old, too. Traditional types. A lot of dragons there, but, I guess they're still around. And zombified.
I'm going to put my Earth Aegis on Leona.
Good plan. I mean, ice resistance seems like a good idea if we end up facing those dragons.
Well, everything was about cold and wind, and also you bought all that stuff.
Good call. Ooh, I don't know if anyone else had that.
Yep.
Yeah, we heard
shoulder.
that.
I'm gonna lower my arm really slowly now. Shoulders aren't supposed to do
not
that.
dislocating.
It isn't. No, I'd be a little screaming if that were the case, because I do feel pain. Yep, I think I just pulled something.
Oof.
It doesn't hurt now, but it will do later, I'm sure.
That will hurt tomorrow.
I just felt it move, and I knew. That's when she knew she fucked up. Obviously, that's just Nahia after fucking ultra rowing.
Yeah, really, your muscles are bulging intense.
Honestly, I should get into rowing again. Excellent exercise. Just, not to godless hell islands.
Do you think we're gonna end up being besieged?
Maybe. Are you thinking of setting up a little bulwark here before we move in?
I could do that.
Let's prep.
Well, I guess something that isn't gonna, disintegrate.
No.
Oh, yeah, these buildings are no good, but Hashat can actually, punch out the bulwark.
Yeah.
So, as you're talking about punching out a bulwark, those of you with keen ears begin to hear something carrying over the wind. A whistling. Not a arrow whistling through the wind, mind you, but the sound of someone's jaunty traveling whistle, and a shape crests the horizon of this old broken avenue. A humanoid figure, dressed in dirty brown robes, deeply frayed at the fringes. He's carrying a fishing rod over one shoulder and a tackle box, wicker by the looks of things, in the other.
What's up, traveler?
He whistles a moment longer, then stops, pauses, says something in a language none of you speak, though Morgan quirks her little elfin ears, and he pauses again, and then you hear in Arunan, My, travelers, you don't get you ever. Welcome to Lyris. I hope the princess did not give you too much trouble. She is moody as of late. Excuse me, pardon me.
I take it the princess is our winged ice-breathing friend in the sky?
Yes, isn't she glorious?
Sure.
Our Lady Frost and Ash. See any trout on the way in? Any bass, perhaps, or swordfish?
Fuck it, I'll make a boat test.
So, a big-ass grouper.
Ooh. Yep.
Two kobolds in a coat.
You're a little too busy rowing to be paying attention
Yeah.
to the fishing. So,
is he a real person, or does he look like, is he a ghost?
I don't know, he looks, all you can see of his face is like a nose peeking out from underneath all these robes.
Will approach, and I will give him a jaunty...
What is that noise?
Friendly... Sorry. A friendly slap on the shoulder. Very gentle. Hello there. What can you tell us about this place?
Alright, so yeah, you pat him on the shoulder, and two things of note. One, he's quite solid. No pass-through like with, say, Prisha. The second is you feel something hard underneath that robe. Something cold.
Armor?
Perhaps.
Bone?
Doubtful.
Dead scale?
Perhaps.
Oh, what is your name, sir? Sorry, it is very rude of us.
My name? Ah,
Indeed.
that's an interesting question. By which I mean I've forgotten the answer long ago. None of my fellow residents are much for talking these days. Lucky for all of us, I remember how to comprehend all languages. He'll wiggle his fingers before casting his line out.
Ah, and I was about to do very much the same myself.
Useful skill to have.
Indeed. Were you speaking in Valish?
Valish? No, 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 no.
Under?
Never learned the stuff. The language here is Lyrician. Of course.
That makes sense.
Doesn't it, though? It's the
Not my
language of
education.
Lyris.
Yeah, exactly. He said Parisian, and I'm like, that makes sense. That's why people in Paris speak Parisian.
Exactly.
Belgians, they all speak Belgish.
Yeah. The English, they all speak English. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait. It is very Silent Hilly. I like it.
Yeah, he will toss
Yeah, these
his line
fucking
out.
scrolls of protection from undead, I think they're gonna be fucking useful.
Probably. Let's make ourselves a little base camp first, perhaps with a little overhang Hashat, so that we don't just get ass blasted by ice.
I don't know about an overhang, but I could dig down.
If you go down, I'm sure that Szooth can put in supports.
You know?
Fisherman will look over his shoulder. Don't disturb the ground there. That's not yours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ask the owner's permission before you start carving up people's gardens.
That is a good point. Is there an open clearing nearby where we could do such a thing?
Sure, sure. Inland, inland.
My appreciations. We'll just quickly get these robots out then.
My good fisherman. What do you happen to know? Oh, what was the name of not Ivanka, Ivan, fucking goddamn White, the fucking name.
Cyankara the White.
Ursula would remember. Yeah. What's the name of Cyankara the White?
Of course, of course. Our fair lady was the greatest of us all. Long may her soul remain. Long may she watch over us.
What path to her castle or about?
The mountains to the south. 'Tis where the king's castle. I'd be wary. His guards do not brook travelers lightly without permission. And I am but a humble fisherman. I cannot grant you safe passage.
But oh, humble fisherman, who could?
Why, any of the nobles of the island. Oh, yes. If you seek an audience with a lord, you need look no further than Lord Archelon.
Archelon, do you say?
Oh, yes. He is deeper in the isle, near the lake. His retreat, he called it. Yes, yes. Find he has a good head about him.
He headless technically, but he has it with him.
He does not answer, but instead begins pulling on his little fishing line until he reels it up, and there's like a tiny little minnow in there. Curses and just eats the whole thing and throws the line back in. Curses, curses.
Wait. good fisherman gets her actual good fishing bait out, here, they will swarm to this.
My thanks. It really is inconvenient since the fishing shop closed. Have to make do with what I can find. And the worms on this island don't grow particularly fat.
Then I will leave you. Takes out a piece of wax paper, a handful of it. May you're bound to be rich.
And may the ash never settle upon your brow. You'll settle in and begin fishing.
Yeah, let's get these boats inland and make a base camp. I suppose we have to go find Lord Howling. It would be nice, but I suspect that he is going to be in some state of undeath, Mori.
It's possible, yes, but if he truly had Black Talon with him, that should be impossible.
Could this place be like the island? I mean, not the island. Like Heartwood?
You mean trapped in time?
Yeah.
No, look at this, and she'll indicate the crumbling structures. If it is, it's an imperfect copy.
Then the question is, good fisherman, do you know when the ash started to fall?
Oh, eons ago, eons! Why, back when I still remembered my name. Back when I still served my lord. Oh, a sad day indeed. Tragic. Tragic.
What happened on this tragic, fateful day that caused such ash?
The volcano, long dormant, long pacified by sacrifice. Ah, this time though, oh my lady, watch over us still. He trembles bodily and then looks down into the waters.
Siankara's fate?
As he does so, Leona will give Nahia's sleeve a tug.
Yes,
I managed to find some high ground. Looks like there's a tower to the north. Solid structure.
Well, let's make for it then. Trouble you no further, Fisher. Although should you wish to cook a catch, we will probably have a fire.
No trouble, no trouble. Come back any time. And he will begin reeling in a much larger fish this time as the party embarks deeper into the island. Let me add a tower.
Hmm.
And
this
indeed,
is what they Savin would call an old boy.
oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, lug our boats out.
Okay, you guys start here pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Make a
do you
travel
want
check.
to go
So
straight through the island, or do you want to stick to the coast?
I actually don't think the coast is that safe. Lots of open ground, and there are dragons about.
It's true.
Even if we're moving at half speed, it's a day's travel, so...
Is there like ashen shrubbery or anything resembling like what would be, dead canopy lines to cover us moving mainland?
There's some shrubbery and there are certainly ruins, but there are not many trees on this island, and the wind blows quite fiercely as you begin moving inland.
Mm,
You wouldn't say there's cover, per se.
oh, well. All right. Well, we'll walk with our boats lifted over us as a little cover from the weather, and should things turn bad, we can just literally lower ourselves down and become scenery for a bit.
All right.
No,
Rather
we
than...
can just ash up the top. We can do this. We can
yeah,
ash
we'll wipe it down
the
with
top
ash.
of the boats.
Yeah.
All right, I dig it. So instead of rolling a journey check, why don't we do just like a group stealth check? And you can all have advantage from your ashy boats. Yeah.
Wow.
And before you, or I guess just in case it matters, I'm just gonna... Oh, nope. Fucking Leona cannot help you with her portents. She only foresees doom and gloom.
Yes.
Wow. A shot with a 20.
Shot. Alright.
She's still huffy about the pork. Nice, nice. It's not one.
Sorry, I had the lowest.
Don't snakes it.
Ooh.
Opposite of snakes. Fuck yeah, Maury.
Alright. You guys are able to begin moving inland with no trouble whatsoever. A couple of times, Ursula, is a little stubbier than you guys. She has trouble, with the boat covering her vision, seeing where she's going, and trips once in a while. But aside from that, you're able to help her recover. And you make it about here, before this tower becomes quite visible. It's clearly still solid stone, not just an ashen effigy. And as you approach, as night falls, you all see a bright flash of light from the tower, and then rolling over the plains, a boom, an echo of power.
Have we felt that shit before?
Want to throw an Arcana at that?
If... Yeah, that'll do.
31, I think, should be enough.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Fucking...
High five, Leona.
Leona knows what's up.
Low 5 for you.
Low 5 for me, high 5 for her.
Alright, yeah. Leona will look around, think for a moment. I think that was a really fucked up teleportation circle. That sounded like one going bad. I've never seen it before, but it's been described to me.
So they were trying to teleport or trying to arrive here?
Hard to say. Probably arrive here. I don't imagine anyone's coming and going from Lyris.
True. I wonder if any of our associates realized that there's a circle here and tried to jump down and join us. Oh, great. I hope Gaius hasn't blown up a tower.
Yeah, Morgan immediately clenches her fists.
I had wondered if we had dropped off the radar.
Yeah, I don't think we dropped off the radar, but I don't think we can be reached then.
We did tell the good Lord where we were going.
I'll try a dream sending tonight.
Is it too late, or can we actually get closer to see maybe somebody fucking survive that?
Yeah, you guys can push on through the night.
What happens if you try to teleport to a broken circle? Does it not work? Does the spell fizzle, or does it explode? It
should just not work, but there's a chance you can force through, but I don't think you'd live through it anyway.
Then it's either possible they tried to force it, or some force snapped them back or stopped them from getting in. And I say I very much hope that there is not a crater in the tower right now.
Yeah, any flesh would probably be a little more than minced meat.
Yeah, alright, let's get closer and make our camp.
Alright. So, you guys approach the tower. Do you want to actually arrive at it, or do you want to just kind of make camp nearby? Go there
It's
in
the
the
middle of the
morning?
night. Are there any sources of light or movement?
Roll a perception check.
Can I literally just send Burbo?
Yeah, you can send Burb over.
With
A
the
moment later...
little lizard.
Hold on. A moment later, Morgan and Nahia both kind of clench and wince as Voron is dissipated.
Ow.
Ouch.
Alright, tower not safe. Did you see anything?
Yeah, I saw something, alright. I'd like to leave now. Don't laugh, it's not funny.
I don't know, I'm just reminiscing about other miserable shit islands, you know?
This one's about to be much worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
How much? What?
Come along to the tower, let's all say hello.
Oh, he's.
Oh, is he here?
Alright.
Well, okay.
I guess I'll get out a bottle of the good vodka.
You got some nice wines, though.
Oh shit, he is here.
Indeed.
So, several minutes later, the party makes their way up to the base of this old, ruined tower. And sitting on the porch with one leg up on the crumbling stonework with a pipe in hand and a huge wooden box set up next to him that's been like scorched black from some immense and fairly recent heat is the good Lord Gaius. Surely. For he does have his little cat ears out and tail and a heavy hood over his back. We'll give you all an up nod as you approach.
Are you okay? That was a hell of a boom.
Yeah, I lived. Such as it is.
Guess let Voron reapparate and sit in a tree so he doesn't get whacked again.
Yeah, Morgan is also gonna like start making her way to the shadows before Winter grins and says, Morgan, long time no see, and into the shadows she goes.
Yeah. Hey, look, work in progress. You didn't come flying at you with a sword.
Leona will look over. Friend of yours?
Yeah, indeed. Sorry. Leona, this is, Gaius. Husband of the new Magister of Ivara.
Hold on, let me just roll a thing real quick. Then I'll glance at you. Right.
I will quirk a brow. Indeed.
There's a pause. Winter will just roll his head back and laugh. Shit.
Maybe you need to choose like a less anagrammus secondary.
No, Section 1's been following me around, haven't they? Keeping tabs. Which means you're a noble. Which one? Not a Calistan. Not slutty enough. Anderland? Anders. That's right. Leona Anders. Hey, first guess. Well, good. No need to fuck about then. Gaius will drop his disguise, revealing his.
How minced has he been by that circle?
No, he looks perfectly fine. His armor is much more blackened than usual. It seems to be steaming in a few places, and yeah, you can see that there's just a big hole blown out of the tower where there used to be a front door.
Wow.
Shit. Oh, I brought vodka.
Yeah.
Nice.
And give
Wow,
Leon a
that's...
reassuring squeeze on the shoulder. It's okay.
Oh, it's not...
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Wow, that's... You okay there? Like...
Physically, yes, fine.
I suppose
Takes a
what brought
lot
you
to
out
kill
here?
me forever. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course, I realized.
Yeah.
What. I glanced down at Ursula's mace.
Yeah.
No, it's just... Oh. No, I was just... Well, the state of the arm is like you took a serious pound. I was actually worried. Get hurt.
Don't.
Yeah.
I'm immortal.
Well, a lot of people say that and they die, and I don't really trust that.
He grins. I've had 1,000 years of people trying. No one succeeded yet. Some closer than others. I'll glance past you for a moment.
Well,
And
I was
don't
thinking
worry,
that-
little elf. I won't be shedding blood here. This island's too precious to me.
It's precious to you?
That's right. It's been a long time. 1,000 years since I set foot here. It will slowly
You used to, like, live
rise.
here or something?
No, I didn't.
No.
My
What's up,
fiancé
mate?
did. Kara.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior. But if there's a chance that her spirit lives in that mace, even a snowball's chance, you couldn't keep me away if you tried.
Well, when we were talking about the primordials and all the dragons and all that stuff, they're like, when they said Kara, it like flushed for a moment there, like a heartbeat, and then was quiet.
That's right, descendant of the primordials, the old dragons. The Fisher King's children. Well, Hobgoblin, take note. I know you like your history. You like your wars and your weapons. You'll find a history replete with all manner of great conquests and defeats here. Theirs might be a small kingdom, but its warriors were without peer. If you're lucky, you might get to meet a few. This island, even when I yet had a beating heart, was unquiet.
Yeah, we met a guy on the wasn't all there, and he mentioned Lord Arkalon.
Arkalon?
Yep, supposedly still around here.
Ah, that mad bastard. I read his book.
Which one? He's actually done a couple. Hell, we've got 2 of them. Yeah, there was definitely set up for a headless pun. I wonder if he's a Dualacan.
That'd be funny. I guess he would lose his head. Sat here in his isolation, watching his world crumble around him. Really, it was a bit of a pain in my dick that I never got to fight him back in the day. And he stayed stoically neutral through the whole thing, as did everyone here on the island.
What happened to it then?
He gestures towards the huge mountain visible in the southern distance.
A volcano?
Volcano.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, bad one. Dragons here had been keeping it pacified, but all of a sudden it just wasn't taking it anymore. A sacrifice of frost wasn't enough. So finally it blew over and destroyed the keep and bathed the whole place in ash. All those sacrifices in vain.
I wonder if it was Sientar they intended to sacrifice and didn't.
There's this dark grin passing over his mouth. Oh. No, they didn't intend to sacrifice her, but they did it all the same. That bleeding heart of hers couldn't sit still knowing what was going to happen. All the lives they'd lose. Fuck.
Well, although it is not the most heartfelt reunion, pause for a minute. Also, I happen to find that you've been teaching my daughter sword work. How did that happen?
Huh? Oh, well. You'd be surprised how little there is to do with a sword arm stuck in a mage's lab. She learns well. Good kid.
He is the best.
Not that you can't be that bored watching us all the time.
Not all the time.
Enough that you got worried and sent one of your daughters? Underlings?
A stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter. To go check up on it.
She was across the lake. It wasn't exactly out of her way.
Very
Still,
sweet.
the sentiment, though, very appreciated.
Shut up.
Would you like to learn some interesting Minothan shit?
Yeah, maybe later.
What about Talion shit?
Crosses his arms.
Might be worth a longer sit down, but... Yeah, learned some shit about Talion while we were there.
I doubt it's anything I didn't already know, but sure, hit me.
I guess we can start it off with the reason that the cow curse happened.
Oh, yeah.
Minotaur Queen wouldn't put out for Talion.
Oh, is that what you think?
Oh, is that not the case? It
That'd
seems
be a
so
little
fitting.
simple. Talion's a fuckboy, but it's not that. Well, Winter thinks a moment. Well, it is something he would do now that I think about it, but...
It really did fit.
At the time, it seemed a little bit more reasonable. The time, Talion had gotten it into his head that we needed to free all the slaves. The cow bitch didn't like that idea. She liked her human cattle. So he thought it'd be funny if she got to be a cow for a while.
Huh.
What, does that surprise you?
A little.
They weren't meant to be a slave race, the cows. It was only supposed to be for a little bit. I suppose I wasn't particularly concerned with the fate of the cow race when I orchestrated a god's death. Whoops. Then again, it had been decades. At that point, maybe he'd forgotten about it, or just didn't care. Hard to say. Worthless bastard didn't care about much of anything when it came right down to it.
Guess a decade is somewhere in statute of release for terrible cursing. That.
Or maybe he did like having himself a Minotaur Queen as a fuck slave. Who knows?
We met the princess while we were in there. she was a paladin of Talia.
Greshimira. Yeah, I knew her.
God, broke my fucking heart to see her at the end.
Her soul had been... Her ghost had been...
Spending the entire time since the fall of Minotha trying to open Talion's book.
hoping to find a way to help her people.
Did you know what that book would have contained for her? Middle finger.
Yeah, that's the old Dalian for you. God of Magic didn't like us relying on our sorcery all day and all night. If you tried to solve his riddles with spellcraft, he'd slap you around. Just the way of things. Suppose when you're a ghost cow, that's all you have left to rely on.
It was painfully fucking tragic.
Funny thing is, there was probably going to be a cultural revolution in another couple decades. Probably would have freed the slaves anyway, maybe, or just had a big civil war over it.
You mean Conrad's horse shit? No. That just creates more slaves.
Do that anyway. That is a good point. I guess it's because he was the strongest one, huh?
He was, for all intents and purposes, leader of the Pantheon, but I'm certainly not the only one who had a grudge. That's how I talked Kalira into the whole thing, after all. Hell, even Arishka had her reasons to hate him before all that mess. He created her, after all. Real love him and leave him sort of guy.
Yeah.
How is the wife doing?
Yeah. I was actually going to send the dream sending off to you guys.
Well enough. There was, oh, it reminds me, I meant to say something. Right. Some city investigator came around, poking her nose into things. Had to kill her.
An investigator? What?
Yeah. Something about a bunch of goblins disappearing in the sewers. Idiots.
Seroton.
Don't worry, I replaced her journal with something that led them off in another direction. Should keep them off our collective asses for a while.
You know, if the city ever wanted, we could probably negotiate a trade deal between her and a dragon that has a whole lot of kobolds that could probably be hired to live in this.
As cynical as the lords of that city are, I think they're more interested in finding out who killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And again, you're not the only ones to have been doing a little bit of blood sport, so...
Yeah.
Rub at one of his fangs.
I
Fiona
see.
grimaces. What are you staring at, whelp? Just a monster. Nothing more. That's rich. Waves a hand dismissively at her. Go ahead with the elf, then. Adults are talking.
That's dismissive and being comments about the shot, I guess. I need to start something.
Kind of neat.
Yeah. Both ways.
Yeah.
Don't get your panties twisted. I've heard worse. You don't need to worry yourselves about my precious little fifis.
Is that English? Oh, right.
What?
Feelings.
One of my daughters says it. Shut up.
Maybe your feelings are important to her.
Well, that is...
Oh, shut up.
Oh, that is cute. What's wrong with caring about you?
More goddamn winter. Nobody gives a shit about what I feel.
Well, to be fair, civilization does kind of rise and fall depending on how you feel.
One time. One single solitary time.
And like almost some other times and a half. I'm just saying, there is at least some kind of modicum of precedent. But anyway, with the fucking row inland through that storm, and I see dragon's breath, so I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, I see you've been rowing inland. I'll gesture towards where you dumped your boats off. It's a interesting maneuver.
Big storm, big dragon.
Small boats.
Camouflage.
Boats on land are camouflage, right?
Well, everything is ash, you see, and the tops are ashen.
We covered them in ash.
I can see that, yes.
It worked. Nothing came down to blast us with fucking ice death. Well, I'm surprised your arrival didn't spook anything to come and investigate.
Oh, it did. There was some shambling mound of frost-covered ash. He picks up what's left of a basic Zweihander. It's been seared off near the base. They are a little bit stronger than you might think looking at them. Not your average zombies.
Zombies.
Not really sure if they're even corporeal or just spirits wandering around in a pile of ash. Hard to say.
Well, as long as they died to smiting all the same.
Oh yeah, no need to worry about that.
Speaking of ash, what is this black box?
That's my shit. Don't touch it.
Huh.
He will pat the box.
Bobby imagines that he's like, you know what, this fucking magic circle's super gonna explode, and so he Indiana Jones fridged it in the box.
Yeah, indeed. As he pats the box, the wood just kind of crumbles to ash and dust, revealing a solid black metal box inside the wooden box.
Coming.
Yep.
Well, if you need to leave, you need to leave again, I can send you.
Do I look like a basic bitch that doesn't know how to teleport? Come on.
You're not a wizard. Or a sorcerer.
I mean,
do you have any idea how much magical bullshit I've collected over 1,000 years?
No. How much do you have?
A
lot.
Teleport belt.
Do you have anything cool?
Yeah, would you like to see my new fucking sword? It's sweet.
I would, actually. That would be cool.
Yeah, actually, I'm interested in seeing this after it has been completed.
I haven't gotten to use it yet. We'll take off the hilt from his belt and whirl it between his fingers. This was mine once upon a time, you know. Lunar light. Gift from Talion himself. Forged in part by his brother, the Moon. When did it stop being mine? The day I stopped being a paladin.
But you never stopped being one.
Well, tell that to the elves. They decided to take a lot from me, starting with this. But I've got it back now after I gave Karista a little midnight visit. The guards didn't appreciate me raiding the vault, but they couldn't stop me. And now that useful idiot Ashker's taken off the safeties meant to stop exactly this from happening. will finally grip the hilt of his blade in hand and flick his wrist, and there is that perfectly stereotypical sound of a lightsaber just zapping into existence. This two-handed blade of pure, radiant moonlight, blue as the night sky, shimmering.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Winter raises it up.
Oh, that's pretty bright.
At last, my sword arm is complete again. As he raises the blade up, there's suddenly a horrid chill wind through the air, and the blue begins to bleed. Drip, drip, drip. Blood flows forth from the handle of the sword, and the blade's blue moonlight begins to turn red, crimson.
Ooh.
Winter bellows in disgust and thrusts the sword down into the ground, where it wobbles, burying deep into the ash. Fuck!
Talion's tears?
Uh-oh.
Talion, suck my cock. What the hell's wrong with it?
That did seem familiar.
Yeah, we saw Talion's statue cry like that.
You what?
There was a pantheon in Minotha when we turned it on again. Some of the statues started crying, like the one that was of the primordial of fire that we accidentally had to kill. It was crying this black ooze, and so was Talion's statue. And this other statue that I don't recognize at all, that was right next to him.
Fucking what have you done, you blasted sky idiot? What did you do to my sword?
Alright, do you mind if I try to pick it up?
Fuck, do what you want, I don't care. Piece of cursed shit.
I tried to grab it then.
One sec, Ursula, mind if I give that a go?
Okay, sure, just...
I might be safer from any, dangerous religious backblastiness.
Yeah, okay.
Don't know if this is also information to you, Winter, but this island itself is blind from the gods. They can't see us here. I'm gonna try and activate this blade, I guess.
Alright, you pick up the blade, and it's the red moonlight remains active when Lord Winter dropped it, and as you pick it up, it remains this bloody crimson, and it stops bleeding after a few moments, but its blade stoically remains unchanged after that. Corrupted.
Let's give this a go. I am going to... I wonder if this works. Okay. I am going to pull out one of my quarterstaffs. I'm going to channel a Searing Smite on it, so it's temporarily magic. And then I'm going to try and Divine Smite it with this glowy sword.
You gonna smite your quarterstaff?
Yeah, not my main one, but one I'm holding a Searing Smite in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you swirl the lightsaber blade around, it makes the cool little wom 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 noise, and then hacks right through your quarterstaff. It's a boom blast of divine energy. And the spare quarterstaff is just shattered, blown apart, lights on fire. The bits fall into the water. And the blade remains unchanged.
Does it feel different at all using it for a divine attack?
No.
Hmm.
It feels cold and hateful in your grasp.
This fucking thing is full of spite.
Thanks, I noticed.
I mean specifically spite.
Yes, I noticed.
Okay.
I don't think Talion likes me very much. So what I get for trying to use his cursed-ass blade again. He would have one last middle finger for me. As is his way.
Also, I want to point out that pointedly, Nahia does not look sickened actually wielding this, pretend swordy sword.
It's not fitting.
Hey, Nahia.
Yeah.
Does that thing smell weird?
Smell is not my speciality. I imagine it smells like blood, but most of my nose is ash.
Does it smell like I'm literally right next to? Or does it smell exactly like that stuff that I've been literally face to face with in the Pantheon?
What stuff exactly?
The bloody tears.
No, not quite the same.
Wait, so, but if he's dead,
I am not surprised that he does the same thing as I do with quarterstaffs with just Zweihanders. It's just his Zweihander golf bag.
I was going to offer him one of the old necrotic longswords, but okay.
No, I've got my own.
Here, do you want to hang on to this again?
Yeah, might as well. He takes and then looks at Tarnavak. What, you think there's some shred of Talion here on the island?
That's crazy.
oh, wait, what would be his? You don't think he blew it up? Just as a last, just fuck you?
What, the volcano? No,
Yeah.
This was before the fall, before I even met Eri.
But how did you get into this then? Just pulls up Dragon Song?
Fuck if I know. I'd like to find out while we're here. If we can, get her out of it. Or at least wake her up. There's going to be a way to do it. It's here on this island. That's why I'm here. We can ask her ourselves, perhaps. Then again, Winter will look down at this blood-red blade he has in his hands and he'll flick his wrist to deactivate it. Maybe I don't want her to see me in this state.
No. I think closure would be just as important. It's a lingering attachment that hurts the most, I'm sure.
How would you like to wake up from a long slumber and find out, what's her name, the green one, Nahia, that she's become me?
Probably hold her and apologize for not being there.
Which just grimaces. That doesn't make it
Probably
better.
not. It's probably not going to be a fun meeting, but it probably feels like something that needs to happen.
Why does my chest feel like it's aching? Which one of you assholes stabbed me while I wasn't looking?
Probably that damn sword over there.
Just grimaces and attaches the hilt back to his belt and sheathes his Zweihander on his back. Alright. We're not going to get the answers any of us seek just sitting here gabbering.
Okay.
If you need to rest, make camp. I'll keep watch.
Sure.
Sure thing.
Head on over to the estate. Well, 3. Well, Morrigan, you may be relieved to find out that Lord Winter's sword doesn't even work.
Yes, I was quite amused to watch him scream and curse his god once more. Still, his presence here is a danger to us if we are to find Black Talon. He knows that sword intimately well.
If we find the Black Talon, then you'll realize I have to take it from you and attune it into the fuck-off dimension.
You realize he might not let you take it. If Winter gets possession of that blade, there is no telling what kind of chaos he might cause with it. Not to mention it's our best bet of destroying him ever.
Winter has, honestly, more distractions than ever on this island. And better odds than ever would have been expected if he were actually just watching by a normal scrying. I think there is no safer moment to make sure that this blade is safely locked away.
I hope you're right.
I have to have faith.
Yes, you mortals have that luxury.
Indeed. I'm exhausted, though, and I am still drenched through, and I'm not warming up properly because of this damn place.
Yes, why don't you and your vampiric friend go and make a nice camp? I'll be out on this tiny peninsula here, if you need me.
No, I'm going to share some warmth over here. I'm gonna stop her from fucking escaping and flump down to rest my head in her lap.
Frankly, how dare.
Nope, cold.
So Leon will take a knee next to you guys and add on. Are you really working with that monster? I thought Tarnavak was bad enough, but this... You gotta be kidding me.
I'm convinced that Tarnavak is still a narc, but I'll give Leona the same usual spiel about how the inevitability of the doom of many people and lives is just not worth it when you can let an old sad man kind of just retire.
Make a persuade check. Let's see if you can convince her this time.
And spams.
24.
Alright, I don't think... Actually, you know what? God, do I really want to use one of her portent dice to be like, no. Let's find out. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. Leona's gonna replace one of your 16 with an 8.
So 16?
Mean.
That is very mean.
But wait, why would she use a portent on me?
Because she doesn't want to be convinced that Winter's just a sad old man.
Really? I feel like everyone would want to be reassured that Winter is a sad old man instead of a monster waiting to destroy them.
Here's the thing. If she replaces the 16 with an 8, she still have 9 Nahia
She
will
has,
still
she,
take
has to,
the
she, has, she
19.
has to be admitting that she knows she'd lose in a fair argument. I win
It's
either
a
way.
metagame resource,
It
just like
is a
inspiration.
metagame resource, I guess. I don't know. I don't
No.
think that she would want to be persuaded that Lord Winter is actually a threat. In fact, I feel like most people would want to go, all right, yeah, advantage. Okay, yeah, she does have to change both results, I suppose.
And she rolled like an 8 and a 6, so I think she's good.
Dude,
Yeah,
Portent
but
is super powerful if you can use that shit.
you can only do like one thing with it per turn.
I see. Well, yeah, I guess she will be convinced either way. If only it's not so much of a victory. It's a wary one. She will accept that he's not an immediate danger, but she's quite concerned.
Well, that's a start. I mean, everyone should be at least concerned, but I think it would be frankly insulting to not be wary of the concept at all. And confusing.
Yeah. So I guess I'll drag you guys out a couple of campfire assets here, and then we'll move on to experience.
I will secure our place here, I guess.
Yeah.
Earth Walls?
30,
They're better
45. Yeah, I'll have to use 2 spells. Well, we're going to go take the long rest anyway, so.
Yeah. Are you able
Yeah.
to stop both of them like at this halfway and make a
Yeah.
hot gates?
Yeah, I can do 2. I can just cast it as 2 third-level spells.
Cool.
That way I can do 2 30-foot chunks.
Nice.
I'm glad I replaced my other useless earth spell with the wind spell instead of this.
Mm.
I'm just going to retrain the other one later on downtime and get it back and go prospecting around during downtime.
That does make sense for a sorcerer to just spend that time shifting a spell around instead of being able to choose which shit they prepare.
I'm very pleased I might actually be able to use this spell for a reason.
Yeah,
For the reason
for the
reason I designed it.
Because of Death Island.
Death Island. And now here we are on Death Island.
Death Island 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Winterloo.
It's like this time we were literally prepared for it. It's like, all right, we bring the boats inland. They are cover. We're not leaving shit on the shore. We're going to approach carefully and quietly. We're going to set up a base. We're going to set up fucking walls.
We got anti-undead stuff as well.
Yeah.
We got anti-fear stuff as well.
Yeah. We have cocaine.
We have, yeah, and
If you're too afraid of ghosts, you could do cocaine about it. Dude,
yes.
Our fortifications on Death Island boiled down to Szooth digs a hole and hides in it.
Yeah, Just
Death Island fortifications suck.
Yeah, comparatively. But yes, I spent 300 gold in resources for this.
That's a lot.
Yeah, shit costs money, and it's really fucking useful.
It is really weird seeing Lord Winter sat on active NPCs list, lying across the top.
It is a little.
That's fucking weird. You better hope that never happens to you in Shivs, where I just sort of, take the Prince of Darkness out of Graveyard Zone and slide it into active companions.
I mean, can we, on the last adventure in Borks, just get Grandma Astrid to come with us? It'd be great, thanks.
What, to Eldile?
Yeah.
I feel like part of me, if she weren't so responsible, then she probably would.
All right.
If she had more of an adventurous spirit.
Yeah, I mean, she really is like a retired bad guy who's sad.
Yeah, she has succeeded harder than Winter has in getting to put her feet up. All right.
Although, you know, she stays busy to keep the hole in her heart forever filled.
Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time? I don't know, guys. I mean, you just sat in Anderland for half the session. Did you go anywhere? I don't know. Yeah. Did you discover new interesting truth about the world?
Fuck. The shit about Lord Winter's sword. Siankara sacrificed herself to a volcano in an attempt to stop it, but ultimately still failed.
Yeah.
That this island's fucking haunted. Cock's gun. Island's haunted.
And let's not call on Winter's sword. Let's take advantage of him being a companion while he's a companion. Let's plug that into the story.
Oh, what do you mean? Surely we should, for story, it's that Hashat will actually play catch.
I mean, she's played catch for Cass before.
Willingly or not, but yeah.
Yeah, we should probably... God, yeah, scoring in a Winter point, man. That's
during this adventure, you
right
can indeed score in Lord Winter as a companion.
Oh, and that's great. This motherfucker's full of so much lore.
He is indeed kicking around with you guys as a companion. Nobody tell DCL either.
Just let him find out.
He logs in next time. He's like, "Why is Lord Winter in the companion roster?"
All right, yeah, no, I won't mention it then. What would be even funnier is if he just actually can't make it for like a next session, and then we resolve the problem. Lord Winter leaves. He just never knew he was there.
I hope DCL is in a better place.
I do hope he's. Yeah, I do obviously hope that he's here and can play. Although if he isn't, then we have to try and get the Lord Winter stuff done in a session, so he vanishes like a ghost no one heard of, and we just keep that secret with us.
Alright. Did you advance or complete a quest? Yup. Did you discover a new page in the companion story?
Yay!
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, well, gee guys, that sounds like 5 experience points.
Nice.
Nice.
And let's see, it's the 17th.
Is it
and then
270 is level 10?
Yes.
I think it's...
Yeah.
Level 10 is 270, yep.
30 more.
Where's 30 from?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, hold on, wait, I gotta check a calendar real quick. I think this might be on Halloween.
Oh no.
No, really?
Oh,
We're
shit.
spending Halloween in Death Island? Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
Yeah, hold on. So, it's... Halloween is on the 29th. Oh no, hold on. No, do not refresh Roll20. And I logged out of Roll20. But yes, the day you guys wake up from this, it'll be the 27th. So, yeah, if this takes place over more than a couple more days, I'm 1 day off on this. Yeah, I think not the morning after this, but the day after that will be Halloween. So yeah, you guys might end up on Death Island 2 on Halloween.
Oh god.
With the winter.
With Winter. With a vampire, and I guess you guys have convinced yourself there's a Dullahan on this island, so maybe there's going to be one of those. Maybe it'll be a Dullahan with a pumpkin.
Too good of a drop. He might have lost his head these days. And Dullahan, man. Keeps an interesting head about him.
Just make sure here. Because I was 1 day off on this, so... Yeah, indeed. The day after tomorrow is Halloween. Congratulations.
Oh boy.
Maximum spooky.
Yep. It is
Oh,
maximum spook time.
Buenos dias, fuckboys.
Okay, let me point out that usually Halloween is the time when the fucking fabric between goddamn spookums and normal people is very thin and extra spooky. And we're literally on Death Island 2 in a goddamn massive celestial fucking blind spot.
Yes. This is absolutely our Silent
We're
Hill release
fucking-
date moment.
Yes, we're literally on fucking Silent Hill the island. I am not fucking happy.
Alright, well, in the meantime, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We will see you next time. Have a good one.